I'm a little nervous tonight. I want things to be right. Nice hat. Pulled down over your face. It's a very important night. Be busy. Do something. Come on, dummy. Come on. Now, it's time. Live and in living color. The greatest world's heavyweight champion in the history of this great sport. And it's my pleasure to introduce...
It's Sunday night and the week's been rough. Maybe you didn't catch up on all your wrestling stuff. Welcome to a show you can trust, with Nathan Has Skill Pumps and Giandra LaBeouf. Illuminerdi Wrestling Order, keeping up with everything wrestling every week, kinda sorta. If you missed it, we got you. We might have missed it too. So let's talk through the stuff we did get to. Down under like a didgeridoo, but aim at the top spot. Power Rangers show, we looking at you. It's all the same Illuminerdi crew, but our show is COVID sick. Y'all, seasonal flu. We've been through a producer or two. Now Shay's riding with us and he's stuck like glue. We all are rated with curse words, weed, liquor, and brew. But we ask Joe for forgiveness, not permission. I thought that you knew. Hey, is this gonna get me in trouble, man?
Hello!
Hello! And welcome back to the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. Special Monday night edition. I am Nathan Has Skill. That is Pumps. And if you thought that the Cody Rhodes return was big, if you thought the Cody Rhodes return was a giant get for the WWE, wait until you see who we have returning this evening for your viewing pleasure in our 2-year anniversary show.
Who's it, Nate?
Giandra LaBeouf.
Oh!
Back, there she is. Jay, the third man, the third woman. I don't know how those pronouns work, but who's the third man? It's Giandra LaBeouf, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm back! Yay! They gave me my free.
Welcome back, Jay.
It is good to be back. Hi, guys.
Hi,
everyone in the chat. I miss you guys a lot. But they be making me work a lot.
I know. And when you say they, you don't mean the Illuminerdi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to break the news?
No, hold on.
Jay her flowers?
Are you just gonna chill over my whole intro thing? See, this is what happens, Jay, when you're gone.
Oh,
you see that,
Jay? All the time you've been gone, Pumps, you never talk. Pumps, you never talk. Pumps, you never talk. Pumps starts to talk. Shut the fuck up, Pumps.
All right, Jay. Why have you been absent, and why is it because Pumps has now become both sexist and racist?
Oh, wow. Disappointed in you, man. Your neighbors have finally gotten to you. Well, I have not been able to participate lately because your girl got hired to do a sports show.
Girl.
Yay! So I've been filming a sports show out of Vegas every week. We've been soft launching the episodes, but the prep and the production, like it's called the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. And I was just not prepared for the level of work and hours that, I thought I was good, and I was on point, but not like this, because these people want some return on their money. So I've been working.
Well, you're the one to give it to them.
Okay, so
absolutely.
Not only that, not just the talent aspect, but just we're the producers of the shows, because we wanted to negotiate that into, because we want all our money. So we're me and my co-host Cynthia Conti, we're the producers of our show, and we have people to help us with social media, but we still do a lot of that, a lot of show editing, and because we don't do our show live, and it's a lot of work, but I'm very happy, and it's crazy. It's so full circle because I started in boxing.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. you've been gone for a little. I almost feel like I'm about to interview you. Like, you know what I mean? So, how long have you been following boxing? I know, but I don't know if. Now, listen, this is our 2-year anniversary, so we've missed a few weeks, but I mean, we're probably in episode 80-ish, right? Somewhere in that range.
Okay.
Right?
Heck yeah,
Like
easily.
Right. So, I'm sure we've brought up your first passion and love, which is boxing.
Yes, it is.
And you are incredibly well-rounded and knowledgeable in said genre. And I think it's amazing that they have given you this opportunity, and you worked your ass off. So tell us, boxing has been your jam for a while, right?
Yeah, I started I always liked it. My dad was super into it. I used to watch, Wide World of Sports and all that kind of stuff. My godfather's brother was a heavyweight contender. And so I've been watching it since I was a little girl. And then, someone got in my ear as an adult and was like, hey, you should blog. There should be more voices in the sport, particularly Black women, because I don't know any Black women working in the boxing space. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I mean, women, I mean, let's be honest, women in general, outside of, the few female boxers that you've heard of, well, what's her name, man? They did a 30 for 30 on her, or a documentary on her. White girl.
Christy Martin.
Yeah, Christy Martin. Right. Yeah, there's a few females that the names of or whatever, but you aren't really represented in the terms of an analyst, should we say, right?
For sure. Right now, working, like really actively working, there's only Christina Poncher, who works for Top Rank and ESPN. And there is Claudia Trejos, who used to work for ESPN. She now works for DAZN.
Right.
And then there's starting to be more presenters in England. Oh, and then there's Kate Abdo, who works for Fox, who also does other sports. I think she does like soccer and other sports too. But there really aren't that many. There are sparse number of writers. There's starting to be more YouTuber women who are in the YouTube space who are talking about it. But yeah. It's very still much the wild west, and guess what? The men still don't want us there.
Right.
We there.
Well, you crowbarred your way in, and you deserve all the flowers you get, man.
That's right.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you, Jay. You deserve it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, guys.
Very, very proud of you. And Pumps and I will continue to hold this show down for free every week.
Despite Jay.
I'm looking at you. We had $25 in the super chat, and I still don't have any White Claws, and Pumps doesn't have any Dr. Pepper.
I need to bring a beer in here. I feel like I'm giving kind of some Rhea Ripley tea tonight, with the backwards cap. I turned it backwards so I could have a little light on my face, but I'm happy to see you guys. My God.
Yes, you can, Jay, you can come by and pop in anytime you want. You know that. It's when you're IWO, you're IWO for life, and we appreciate it.
I ain't trying to give my wrestling shit up for nobody.
I like
ever.
I like it. So speaking of wrestling, was there any on this weekend?
Well, I had 2 quick housekeeping notes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Pumps, I want you to talk more.
If I'm permitted to speak, sir.
Yeah, I want you to talk more. So,
is that okay? Yeah. Am I good? We good?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. First of all, dickhead, I wanted to wish a happy belated birthday to one Nathan Julius Haskell III.
That's me.
Happy birthday.
Also,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, for those of you that made it out to the Herman Saw Nate show, thank you for posting videos, because I could not be there because I am broke. And secondly, another happy belated birthday to Dr. Natalie Pukas, PhD, also known as Mama Pumps, who represents every week. So, happy belated birthday to you. There you go.
I like
Yay,
it.
Mama.
Continue.
I like it. Well, Pumps.
I thought the PhD was a good little gimmick.
Yeah, I was with it.
Did not get over.
I mean,
did not get over.
Let me tell you why. Because, Pumps, I'm not going to lie, bro. I didn't know your mom was a PhD.
Yeah.
See,
just ask her. She'll tell you she's a doctor. Just
these are things that we're finding out These are things that we are finding out as we go on in our relationship here.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been 7 years. I don't want to give you all the goods at once.
That's true. Pumps, how was your weekend, my friend?
Surprisingly decent. I have ended my feud with the county clerk of Davidson County, Tennessee. Only cost me $5,000. I'd like to give a big middle finger to whoever called codes about my fence. Thanks for that.
What was wrong? I've seen your fence. What's wrong with it?
It had a lean to it, a bit of a gangsta lean to it, and apparently that's not up to code. So,
can you tell me who's saying gangster lean?
Pharrell, Neptunes.
No, Pharrell and the Neptunes did not fucking sing gangster lean.
Well, that was the chorus.
What?
That was the that was on the clips.
No.
It was the chorus of a Clips album.
No, it was DRS or something like that. And it was just songs dedicated to my homies. It's like a mid-90s.
Yeah, way before the Clips.
Yeah.
Well, it was on the Clips album. That's where I heard it. I haven't seen it. It's new to me, damn it. So there you go. Nate, how was your show? How was your birthday blowout? I saw a large man that looked strikingly close to you in the crowd.
The big man showed up. Yeah, the big man showed up. He surprised me. Yeah, it was awesome. There was a lot. A shout out to everybody. If you are listening to this and you showed up so much. I had about 50 people show up, and that was about 20 more than I was expecting.
I was gonna say, you thought you were gonna get like 15.
I did. I listened. I am a pessimist, and so I constantly was like, "Fuck, I don't know if anybody's gonna show up." And then, as the night went on, Shay showed up. Shay got out of the house. Yeah, that's right. Producer Shay was in the building. Joe, the boss, came. Josh, that piece of shit, other producer showed up.
That son of a bitch. We got heat.
Yep, Battlestar Galactica showed up.
All right.
The Illuminerdi was in full effect, and I really, really appreciate you guys popping up. Yes, yeah, thank you so much. It was a really, 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 really good time, and yeah, I was flattered.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad people came out to celebrate you on your birthday because
did anyone film the whole thing?
Yes, I am working on. I had a couple people film stuff. Buddy of mine, Pablo, buddy of mine, Danny. I'm gonna get a bunch of the footage, and I made Big Chris wear a fucking GoPro.
Oh my god!
I made him wear a GoPro from the back of the bar. So
I just want that cam. Yeah, I don't need the rest of the footage.
I absolutely can.
That footage ends up. But yeah, I plan on getting a bunch of the footage and maybe editing together a little piece.
Shay ain't shit.
Well, that's awesome. Any truth to the rumor that Shay is just a torso?
No, Shay is actually a full human. He's got. And the first thing he said to me, he said, "Wow, you're taller than I thought you were." And I didn't know how to take that. I was like, "All right, yeah, buddy, you know."
I just noticed 2 reasons why Shay ain't shit. For one, he waited till I left to give me a fucking wrench for the YouTube channel. That's
Jay's gone. Let me get this cleared up.
Yeah.
Number 2, who is Jaem Nate and Pumps?
Oh yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
Jaem.
Well, it's you. You're Jaem and the holograms.
Yes.
Truly outrageous. Truly outrageous.
Fair enough. Maybe, yes, fair enough. That's
well
good.
done. Well done.
That's
well
good.
played.
Well done. All right. Well, the elephant in the room is the 8 hours of WrestleMania we had to watch this weekend. It's too long, guys.
I agree.
It's too long. Listen, I understand everybody wanting to get a payday. I understand if you are the WWE and you're like, listen, I could sell 100,000 tickets one night, or I can sell 70 tickets 2 nights, and that's selling 50,000 more seats. You're making more money. I get it. But I would rather have the 5-hour WrestleMania that Pumps and I went to in New Orleans and just have it on one night where I was half asleep by the end of the fucking evening. Then Sunday rolled around at 5 o'clock and I just went, fuck. I've got another, like, there was matches I wanted to see, but I didn't feel like, I don't want to say it felt like a chore, but like,
say it. It did.
You can say it.
Like, like, they knew what matches, if they had, you know, I guess we'll get to it, but like, there was like 7 matches that they could have just left on one show and 86 to about 4 or 5 matches and had it at 5 hours or whatever, and it would have been a better Mania than I felt that it was, having to rate it for both nights, if that makes sense.
I agree.
I know Pumps thought it was too long. Pumps didn't want to watch any of it.
That 8 hours was the longest 2 weeks of my life. WWE, I would like a paycheck for the time you have wasted from me. But we will get into that.
Yes.
Listen, if I bitch about New Japan, a company that I love and a product that I love, being too damn long, what do you think I'm gonna say about this shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, and there was things I liked. There was definitely things, I'm not going to shit all over it. There was things that I liked. I thought there was good stuff. I know Pumps is going to be a dick and act like nothing was good.
No, I'm not.
I know what you're going to say was good, and it's on brand. Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
First match, kicking off. Okay, hold on. Let me get my notes.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm doing mine too.
Yeah, let me get
I'm
my
getting
notes.
the rundown.
All right. The opening fucking America the Beautiful by that country band was horrific.
It
That was terrible.
I get it, you're pandering to Texas. But he was doing stuff with his voice where he was trying to get cute, and it's not the song. It's not the song for you, Billy Ray, whatever the fuck your name was.
Billy Bob, Billy Joe.
Like it was not a great kickoff. So I want to start with that.
It was so bad.
Yes.
That, I mean, you know.
That you almost watched it twice.
Okay. There's that. I was like, ooh, shit, this is terrible, because I missed it the first time around. And only to hear that shit and was like, ugh, God.
Yes, it wasn't.
Everything doesn't have to be for everything ain't for everybody. Just play a bit. Just play the audio, you know.
Listen, I don't mind having somebody sing America the Beautiful, but let's just sing America the Beautiful and fucking let's wrap it up. We don't need fucking America. America. Like, I don't need all that. Right? And next, let me tell you what I also didn't need. I didn't need a guy from Boston doing the Dallas, Texas intro package, Mark Wahlberg, looking at you. Like, it's like,
you got a problem with New England?
You couldn't have found a fucking celebrity from Dallas to do that?
Yeah, he was.
There's only room for one person from Boston. There's only room for one Boston person at WWE.
Like, I just, like, if you're gonna, the minute Mark Wahlberg popped up, I went, all right. How did you guys feel about Mark Wahlberg doing these little intro vignettes? Did you not care as much as I did?
I don't even understand why he was even in the mix with it at all.
Right.
I wasn't as offended as Nate.
What is the movie?
Uncharted? That already came out.
Shay, can the people hear you when you chime in like that?
No.
Ah, damn it. I want that to be a thing.
I thought so too. Oh,
yeah, man. I was like,
that's
cool.
Was it Around the Horn where they used to have the disembodied producer voice? Back when
I got really excited.
I
was like, wow, okay,
yeah,
new shit.
Yeah, he's like the anonymous GM.
Yeah. And I quote.
Harley.
Okay.
I wasn't as offended by it, but
I didn't like it. All right. The first match.
So the matches haven't even started. Nate's already
No,
pissed off. I love it.
I'm already furious.
I love it.
Man,
I
how
am
the
here
tides have
for
turned. How the tide has turned.
Okay, but this next thing, I don't know if I was angry because I was laughing so hard.
Really?
Can we talk about Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs wearing Mike's Hard Lemonade colors? Because that was the sponsor.
Hey.
When they came out in
that bag, Strong Style.
In the fucking iced tea and peach lemonade.
Yeah, I'm surprised Vince even let them get a little check.
Oh, they didn't get a check.
No, they're all over those two are all over their marketing for they have a Toyota commercial, they have a Mike's commercial. That
Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs have a fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade commercial?
Yes, that guy that they were talking to in the overalls that was randomly there, who the fuck is this guy? That's the Mike's Hard Lemonade mascot.
Wow.
And the only reason I know that is because I saw a commercial for it yesterday. And I was like, oh, that's that guy.
Huh. My cousin should be the Mike's Hard Lemonade fucking spokesman.
He should.
Really?
Yes.
What about those two that would suggest that they would be the right ones for that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Weird?
Boogs was originally the Old Spice masked wrestler. Remember when they did that? His name was not Sex Panther, but it was something ridiculous like that.
No, the only Old Spice guy I remember is the black dude.
Okay, well, granted, he was a memorable person, but when they did those spots...
He wore a mask, bro. How memorable could he have fucking been?
Memorable enough to be Rick Boogs.
He looks like Freddie Mercury now.
He had the mustache then.
Under a mask. Memorable.
Well, it was... it was eyes and the rest was open.
Oh, like Mr. America? Like that kind?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know
Bruv's Hard Lemonade.
I still don't like it.
You asked why he was there. I'm trying to shed some light on it.
Gotcha.
My God, I can't believe this. I'm so used to Pumps being so get off my lawn with anything WWE, and now Nate's mad and Pumps is the voice of reason. What the fuck happened? I need to come back to work.
Welcome back.
Everything's topsy-turvy over here.
There's God in the shit over here.
I tell you what.
All right. Okay, so it was the Mike's Hard Lemonade gang. It's the Mike's Hard Lemonades versus my Usos, who came out in white, and immediately when I saw them come out in white, I knew they were going over because of Jay. Jay's the one that brought that to light, that when the Usos wear white, they win.
Never losing in white.
Never. And their outfits were trash too. It looked like bad emojis on their pants, and I didn't like it. And I love the Usos.
I do too. It's almost like they have to lose now because they've become so comfortable and so complacent in doing this whole head of the table. Like something, they need to bring some extra Samoans or something.
Yeah, I just felt like they could have done. I mean, you're kicking off WrestleMania versus a Mike's Hard Lemonade gang.
Well, you got to get those sponsorship deals. You got to get those brand deals in early, I guess.
Right. All right. So this match was what it was. It was the Usos retained. Nothing about it other than the Rick Boogs injury stood out to me. He tried to do a double.
Well, there wasn't much else.
He tried to do a double fireman carry, I guess. Press.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably going for a Samoan or some Samoan drop.
Tore his quad, so we'll see Rick Boogs at the Royal Rumble in 2024.
Somewhere Shinsuke Nakamura is like, thank you, God. I can get back to my strong style roots and I can come back out with the Asian rock band. I don't have to do this shit with this fucking denim singlet anymore.
So that's my follow-up question. Where does Shinsuke go from here?
Back with the bomb-ass rock band that used to sing him in. That was the best version of the intro. And he can, he's so talented. You could pretty much put him in any picture.
I agree. I agree.
So,
Yeah.
the Rick Books thing, I never understood it, but it whatever.
And Rick Books can wrestle. Like, it's not that he can't wrestle. I mean, I'm not really into his gimmick. Also, it was really blatant. He wasn't playing the guitar there.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't like he could play the guitar, so I don't want to like shit on him because I know that he can like do it because there's nights that he's done it. But fucking WrestleMania was not one of them. They were like, we are not letting you miss a note, buddy.
I hated the denim singlet. That was always my thing. I hated it.
Oh, that was pre Mike's Hard Lemonade sponsorship. Right.
That was pre Mike's money.
Now he wears the lemonade singlet. He wears the Arnold Palmer singlet. All right. Next, we had Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. Right? Is that the
correct?
Right?
Correct.
I didn't care. I don't know why I should care. Do you know
How
what I cared about?
Does the Happy Corbin experiment have to go on?
I'm telling you.
It sucks.
And you know what? When they did the package of Baron Corbin being broke, it just reminded me how good that was and how they abandoned it.
You were all in on that, on broke ass Corbin.
It was hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
It was broke Corbin was must-see segments on whatever show he was on. Because it was funny. This guy fucking rolls his eyes, but he likes a team in AEW who shows up in their mom's minivan. Back up.
I thought the entrance was good. I don't like Chuck Taylor.
So Drew McIntyre defeated Happy Corbin. He came out with a giant sword, and I thought it was weird that he put the sword in a sheath on the ring post. I'm not sure why they allow bladed weapons around ringside. And then we found out why. Because old boy cut the ropes at the end of the match.
And the timing of it was so bad. It was so bad. It was like he should have walked up to that shit and sliced it like the ceremonious.
Is that Drew, friend of the show, by the way?
Well, friend of yours.
I like Drew a lot, but he needs a reboot.
You can't. But let's talk about this rope cutting business.
Okay.
What is that? Is that just like a moment? They're just like, hey, you know what would be cool is if you cut the ropes in the second match.
Yes.
It was dumb.
Yes.
Nobody thinks he's gonna fucking cut a guy.
You don't think he's
going
to
cut you?
You don't think he's gonna cleave him in twain?
No.
On Peacock? In front of 77,000 people, allegedly?
Do I think he's going to... Allegedly, this guy. Do I think he's going to commit bladed homicide on national television? No, I do not.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah. So it would just... I hope they do something else with him. I don't...
I mean, for me, it was a Raw match with two people meh.
This whole fucking show felt like a Monday Night Raw, except for like 2 or 3 matches. To me,
yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Right, my whole theme for this show, both nights, is why and who is this for?
Right,
and I think that this was probably the start of it. Like, why cut the ropes? Who does this benefit? Who is this for?
Because little kids get excited, right? It's got to be that's.
I mean, is that the next Mattel playset with rope cutting action? Like,
right?
Man, Drew McIntyre with what do you call it? Articulated hands.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Now with guillotine grip.
Right? Yeah. Watch him throw Happy Corbin out the ring. Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So next, we had The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
Logan Paul wasn't bad.
Not bad at all.
Logan Paul was not the worst person in the ring.
No, he wasn't. I'll tell you who was. Tell us who the worst person in the ring was.
Prince Mysterio and his mullet.
Oh God, How is your dad, Rey Mysterio? You literally been like just flown right into WrestleMania, and the YouTube guy is better in the ring, and the reggaeton singer too. The reggaeton singer and the YouTube guy.
Pat Bunny.
and Pat McAfee.
Oh, Pat McAfee's better than all of them.
We're gonna get to that, but how are they all at this point? I feel like I could get in the fucking ring and be better.
Yeah.
That kid cannot. He's not good.
Listen, I'm gonna be totally unbiased here. I did like their outfits. I liked Ray in the Mexico gear, and I liked Dominic in the USA gear, which I found out later. I didn't realize it at the time. I mean, I remember seeing it. It looks like the Eddie Guerrero USA outfit, right?
Were they go? Bash, I believe.
Yeah. Do you think they were going for that?
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right.
I think it was pandering at its best for Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen. They're in Texas.
Not for Mexico, for Texas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because you're Mexican American, and I get it. And I wasn't hating on it. I liked the outfits because I'm on outfit watch.
I wish they would have both worn both, and maybe it'd be split down the middle, and they both wear half and half, but them wearing the same thing.
But I think it was because Dominic was born in the U.S. and Ray was born in Mexico.
Man, I
think that's why they did that.
We'll talk the merits of the match, but I'm just Prince Mysterio. I just cannot with him.
Yeah, that's an experiment that is long expired. And
at this rate, The Rock's daughter is never going to debut.
She was in a promo package on NXT.
Hold on, the carpet's on fire.
Of course it is.
Oh, no.
No, that's the running thing, Jay. He's been lighting his carpet on fire accidentally like every other week now.
Welcome to Hot and Hazy, Bill.
Sorry. Yeah, so Logan Paul came to the ring with a $5 million Pokemon card around his neck that Pump says isn't really his.
Well, I don't want to. So Jeremy Padour, the former head of Jakks Pacific, who had the WWE toy license in the early aughts, now runs the Jazzwares company that does AEW's figures. Anyway, I had thought that it was his card, but apparently he had facilitated the sale of this card because he's been deep in the Pokemon game for ever. So
as deep as you can get in the Pokemon game.
Oh, he's balls deep
as an
in the
adult.
Pokemon
As
game.
an adult.
Yeah. No, listen, you can talk shit all you want, but that man is sitting on millions of dollars worth of
That's
stuff.
true. That's true.
But yes, that is legitimate. It is a 1-of-1 PSA 10 Pokemon Illustrator card.
It's the most rare one, right? It's like getting a fucking,
it's
what's his face, like a Honus Wagner, right? Like, I mean, what's the baseball, the best, the Ty Cobb rookie? It's $5 million fucking dollars, bro. Is a lot of fucking money.
It's the Mickey Mantle, is the holy
Mickey
grail.
Mantle rookie card is not worth $5 million.
Google it. I'll wait.
I don't have time.
It's just the idea.
We got Jay on the show this week, Pumps. We can't be fucking scrambling around.
We can't get petty. We can't get petty. Go ahead.
Because I was going to Google what fucking movie stars were from Dallas earlier, too, but I don't want to waste time.
We ain't got time for that.
They should have had Errol Spence do some shit. He's got a fight next week at Cowboy Stadium. They should have included him in it.
He from Texas at all? No?
Mm-hmm. He's from Dallas.
Oh, there you go. See? Exactly. Why wasn't he front row?
Very tight with Jerry Jones, like super tight with Jerry Jones. Like, why he didn't introduce him? Well, he's in camp, so
tight with Jerry Jones, like a co-ed in his skybox during the football season.
Jerry Jones or Bob Kraft?
I ran into Jerry Jones once at a fight by accident. I kind of slipped in through the security, not knowing what security I was slipping through, and I turned around like, "Oh, Jerry Jones, what the fuck?" I'm lucky they didn't fucking tackle me to the ground.
He was putting a fucking dead hooker on his plane.
Yeah.
All right. Jake Paul did a really cool heel Eddie Guerrero thing, which I thought was dope. The motherfucker got some air on that frog splash. I have nothing but good things to say about Jake Paul in terms of what he did in the ring, and he is a natural heel. Everybody knows it. The WWE cannot pay him enough money to stay around because he makes so much money doing other things. But Jake Paul, I listen. Do I want a YouTube star to take up 25 minutes of my WrestleMania time? No, absolutely not. Do I understand why? Yes. If I had to choose between this match and the fucking Jackass match, I'm choosing this match all day.
Hell yeah.
Personally.
We got your back on that one.
Right. So I guess so far, if I was choosing matches, if I was going to do one night of WrestleMania, this match would be.
This is your celebrity match.
This is my celebrity match. Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, explain this to me. Now we know that the Paul boy, that's funny. The Paul brother.
Thank you, Shay. Super producer Shay coming in strong in the chat. Sorry, Jay, didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
Guy. Look how he's up. He's alert.
Oh wow, yeah, he's got it. Jay, he's up and alert.
He's firing on all cylinders.
Wow, you should have seen last week's show where we didn't get one picture.
So here's what I don't understand. Where are they sending the celebrity people to train and not sending the people who actually are employees of
That's a fantastic question.
Where is the training and where is the actual staff training? Because they're not training at the same places.
Yeah, that's a fantastic
Well, the celebrities have enough money to train themselves. They don't need... Vince will give them a ring if you're a celebrity. If you're an employee, better get down to Florida, pal.
But that's what I'm saying. Look at him. Look at Bad Bunny. You know, they, in addition to training for their respective things, they have other things. It's people at the Performance Center who still can't wrestle. We're almost been at the Performance Center since we went out there and
but almost is physically challenged not in like the Corky from Life Goes On sense, but like in the sense of like he's too he's big. He can't. He's too big. Like but he doesn't know how to work properly for a big man. I mean, listen to me, fucking. But you know what I'm saying. Like,
well, what's Dominic Mysterio doing? What's Casey Catanzaro doing? What's half of them chicks on the NXT?
No, you're a million% correct. I guess maybe they take those people at a slower pace. Whereas they take a dude like Jake Paul who's already in shape, like, all right, dude, like, what do you think you can do? You think you can fucking...
Can you give us 15 minutes?
You know, yeah. Do you think you can do a frog splash? Do you think you can do a suplex? Do you think you can do a whatever? And they don't really have to figure out the psychology of it. And I think a lot of this time spent at those things is psychology. But whatever. Who the fuck am I?
The only other note I had on this match was a quote from a dear friend of mine. She said that Dominic Mysterio looks like a middle school shooter.
She's not wrong though.
Thank you, Raina.
That's funny.
Like, I mean, I get they're trying to
it's funny, but it's
a little
not
bit older, but he's a mullet, like
he's the Eddie mullet, right?
Terrible.
That's
disrespectful.
Is he leaning into that? Pumps, you said Dominic was going to turn on Ray on Father's Day a year ago. It still hasn't happened. It's got to happen.
They screwed the pooch because the kid would have got some heat, and his dad could have walked him through a match. Instead, he's out there floundering, showing the world his whole ass, and that he can't do this.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, I got you.
Facts.
I don't know. At least if Ray would have beat him, he could have gone away in disgrace for a little while and done some work and worked on things.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, next up, we had what I thought was the best women's match of the weekend, which was Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. I liked Becky Lynch's new look.
Oh, I have Jade Cargill in my notes. That's weird.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Oh, there you go.
There he goes. CJ, this is you should have heard him last week talking shit on your girl.
I love how Becky Lynch looks.
This was Bianca Belair's best match. Right? Can we all agree on that, at least?
I think last year's was better.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
No, I thought it was better also because she's so much better on the mic now, too. Like, more comfortable. She didn't get all starstruck.
Better build up. Yeah.
Better storytelling.
I liked Becky Lynch's new look. She looks kind of like a cross between like the android chicks from Blade Runner and the girl from Fifth Element.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Right?
She looked hot. I loved it. I
liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, if she took any more out of the back of that dress, you'd see her starfish. That's all I'm gonna say.
She was. She also wrestled in the thong, and listen, you know,
Becky got her little cheeks, and you know, she said, "I had a baby, and y'all are gonna get these cheeks all day, every day." She looks fucking hot. I loved it. When Bianca started cutting at her hair, I could already see what was gonna happen with her hair. I'm like, ooh, she's gonna look like a badass, like a fucking rock star. And yeah, I couldn't stop looking at her. I loved her look so much. It was so fly and just so unique and so different.
Yeah, it's very Joan Jett, that sort of 80s 80s punk. Yeah.
And I'm for it. Cool. And it's so funny. It's such a simple thing, but like the fact that she's one of the few women on the roster outside of like Shayna Baszler and like that don't have extensions, it makes her look so different.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you're just like, holy shit. You mean not every woman has this giant flowing fucking mane of hair at all times? Right?
Okay.
Charlotte and her 2 feet.
And Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley, Becky, Shayna Baszler. I don't think Asuka wears extensions, Asuka. Right? Like, I don't know where Asuka's fucking been, but yeah.
She probably came back tonight.
Oh yeah. Listen, also, I know we're 40 minutes in or whatever, but we're not going to talk about Monday Night Raw, which is usually the biggest Raw of the year after Mania, because I didn't get to watch it, being on the West Coast. I know Jay watched a little bit of it, getting an earlier feed, but like, there's just too much to talk about, and this show will be 4 hours long, and Pumps isn't going to watch it fucking anyway. So that's what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, if the Illuminerdi wants to back the Brinks truck up, I'll watch that shit every week.
You know what? I'll hook you. Oh wait, no, that's what's Raw on. Oh, USA.
Yeah. So in the match, Becky Lynch got on the top ropes and tried to do a little flippity, I think like crotch to the face, sit down fucking move, and she was out of place and kicked Bianca right in the fucking eye. And it didn't look good in real time. And I'm surprised that it didn't swell up during the match. But you sent Jay, was it you that sent the picture of her? Like,
yes.
eye? Yeah, it was bad. She got lumped up.
During the like the last sequence of the match, right after it happened, I was looking at her face, and you could see it was just all like it was like it was melting. Like she just looked lumped up. I'm like, oh sis, you're gonna look a mess tomorrow, because Becky kicked the holy hell out of her. Good grief.
But Bianca Belair wins for the second year in a row, and you know what? I don't care what Pumps thinks. I thought Bianca looked pretty good. I thought this match was very good. I don't think this match was better. Bianca and Becky were better than Thunder Rosa and fucking Britt Baker from a couple weeks ago. Pumps.
It was a bigger stage.
It was a bigger stage, but I thought I thought the match flowed better. I thought it. I don't know.
I'll give you that.
Like I'm not gonna I don't think Bianca's great, but I thought that she showed up. Like she's getting put in these spots, not ready, and she's doing the best she can, and she's doing better than a Jade Cargill in AEW. She's doing, she's, I don't know how much the WWE's running house shows right now. Are they?
Yeah.
Like the same as like pre-pandemic?
No.
Right. That's what I mean. So like you only get so many fucking opportunities to practice.
Well, I agree. I don't disagree with you.
I think Bianca's got an upside that in a few years
she has something.
Yes. I don't know if the hair thing can stay.
She has to let it go. I want her to let that go. Like, I want her to do a new gimmick. I want her to do her gear totally different, because I feel like we've seen every incarnation of the pants and the bra, and we've seen every version. Salute to her for making her own gear, but girl, you getting money. Now somebody else can make the gear.
She's getting championship checks now.
Yeah.
You getting paid. She getting paid. You main eventing on WrestleMania. You getting paid. I think you can pay somebody to make it. Get Sasha's husband to make that shit. It still can be in your style, but someone else could make it. What I would like to see her do now, because I feel like we've gone far as we can go with the strongest, baddest, meanest, toughest, roughest. She can still do all that. I feel like she should do a little sabbatical or something. Well, she can't now. She's a champ, but like how Sasha did.
Yeah, the next time she loses, maybe she goes away for a minute, comes back with a new hold. Right?
Go down to like Sasha did. Go to Japan or go somewhere else and learn some other styles, or immerse yourself in wrestling specific, because so much of her style is still rooted in her cross training ability.
Yeah, it's just I'm super strong. I'm super athletic. You know what I mean?
If she went away and learned some new things, she could be a real fucking badass.
If she learns to be a heel, maybe fights from underneath, you know what I mean, or cheats or whatever. Like, I think I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for it.
Only other note I had, and the people that get this reference should think it's funny, is that Becky looked like a Sharon Needles tribute act. Anybody that's up on their drag queens thinks that's hilarious. Shay gets it. He's popping.
What's this up on their drag queens? That's right. That's what you've been missing, Jay. The drag queens segment that Pumps has every week.
Every week.
My kid went to her first drag show recently, and she loved it.
Well,
this is why your mic should. Shay, the producer, said the most disturbing thing is that he understood the joke, and we are going to get him to be able to have that audio pop in on the show. I swear.
Exactly.
But I will, Joe. I will fucking walk off this show. Anyway, all right. Next.
And then he'll come back to put out the carpet fire.
And then I'll come back because I get bored and I have to vent. All right. Next
was the match of the weekend.
The match of the weekend. Cody,
is that unanimous?
For me, it was. Listen, this and FTR and the Briscoes were the two best matches of the weekend, and the only reason I'm giving this the edge is because of the magnitude of it. What was that look? What was that look you just gave me?
That's your Munchausen syndrome coming back out to play. You've just been abused by WWE for so long. Daddy's just been whipping you, and you're just, thank you. You only hit me 6 times tonight. You didn't go for the 8th. I appreciate it.
Low key, you're not wrong, but I don't want to admit that.
I know. It's okay. We can be honest here.
Cody.
They teased this for so long. Mm-hmm. This was an eternity.
Like, good for him.
Oh, for Cody? Yeah. Of course.
I just, you know what, man? It's like the fact that when they let him walk, when they only offered him and I don't know if any of these numbers are fucking real, because I don't know if anything on the internet's real anymore. But apparently, the rumor is they offered him $650,000 6 years ago, to stay, right? That was his, because that's when he was Stardust and they weren't doing
Cody?
Yeah. Right?
I don't know, sure. I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah, something like that, right? And he was so frustrated that he chose to walk and go on the indies and think and see what he could do in New Japan and on the indies or wherever he was going to go. He was like, I'm not creatively
NWA.
On the Crockett. 650,000 is not anything to scoff at.
No,
I'd take it.
You know what I'm saying? Especially for a mid-carder at that point, right? Mm-hmm. He wasn't even you're getting almost $750,000 to fucking come out and fucking do Stardust for fucking 6 minutes a week. Like, to walk away from that kind of dough and bet on yourself is super dope.
Yep.
You know, it's big balls. And
Grapefruits, pal.
Right?
Yep.
And he did the AEW thing. He was part of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody, and they got Tony Khan on board, and it was kind of a group effort. It felt like, right, to get AEW started. He was borderline the face of AEW when it first started because he was the most popular one in terms of regular mainstream. You know, all the marks. You know, and under
Jericho, he was the biggest.
Oh yeah,
American.
Jericho, right.
Yeah,
right. But Jericho was brought in as a talent, not an executive of any.
Right. Yeah,
sense, right?
But I'm saying, like, it was as far as marquee names.
Mm-hmm.
Cody wasn't a household name, but
No.
if you showed someone his picture, they'd be like, "Oh, I've seen that guy."
Yes.
If
right,
you showed
100%.
anyone outside of the wrestling bubble, you know, they wouldn't know Kenny. They might know the Bucks just from seeing
Right.
the T-shirts at Hot Topic.
Sure.
But, you know, yeah. So it was
Right.
Kenny and Cody for sure. Kenny. It was Chris and Cody for sure.
So that's why Cody leaving AEW was so surprising. Now, there are rumors, you know, whatever. He wasn't liked in the locker room. He was kind of a dick. He got too big for his britches. They had a show.
The man
right?
ended racism. Why does everybody hate
Dog.
him? The first interracial baby ever?
In wrestling?
I don't get it.
Listen, I know. I'm with it.
Give the man his due.
Was AEW wasn't a thing before our show started, right?
No.
Right? Jay, you're muted.
Yeah, I think we launched before they did.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not
because
saying,
when I was still mailing in my tapes, there was still AEW, soon to be AEW wrestlers in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, but is it a stretch to say that our show ended racism?
Damn right.
All right. I mean, right? I mean, that might be why Josh left. That might be because Josh wasn't into how we were breaking down racial barriers.
Exactly. We're all in the
and
same.
That's why Shay jumped in. And I don't know what nationality Shay is. He looks like he could be maybe some sort of Asian, but he might also just be all white. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I just found out tonight that Pumps' mom's a goddamn doctor.
Don't you know we've got to put our hands together?
Make a change, Michelle Lay. Jay, there are way more rap references when you're on the show.
It was on the Clips album, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My father didn't let me listen to popular music. I apologize.
Mine didn't either. I did it anyway.
Fucking A.
My dad only let me listen to like jazz and classical.
I got 50s and 60s hits on cassette.
The first rap album my mom ever took from me was Tone Loc's album.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the one where he's on the front, it's like a blue. He's on the holding the Porsche.
Yeah,
and it wasn't because of Wild Thing. It wasn't because of Wild Thing. Mom was all on board with that. It was there's a song on there. It's called "Loc is Hard," and we're driving through Venice. I remember, and I had the tape in, man. And it goes, "Loc is hard as a motherfucker doing it after dark." My mom went, she fucking ejected it, right? And all of a sudden she was surprised that the Wild Thing guy said "motherfucker" on an album, and she hit it, and I knew where she hit it. And every time she left, I'd run into her room, I'd put it in my Walkman, I'd listen to it, and look by the fucking door. And then when she would come back, I put it back.
I gotta get my Tone Loc in.
So predictable.
I gotta get my Tone Loc in.
The first thing that my parents ever took from me was Robin Harris's comedy. Robin Harris, rest in peace, the comedian. The album that had Bebe's Kids on it, that had that whole I remember I used to have like the old school little CD player, and someone burnt it for me. Oh no, not a CD player. It was on a cassette also.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it was burning CDs, Jay, you're way deep. Like, I'm 1987.
It was a cassette, and I remember I used to put my earphones on at night, and I used to be in my room cracking up at night. And my dad would pass and he'd look, what are you laughing at here? I'm like, oh, nothing. I'm just reading. And one day I came home and I looked under my pillow and my little Walkman was gone and my tape was gone. And my dad's like, you shouldn't be listening to that shit. Too many cuss words in it. I was like, okay, Dad. And then about a week later, my dad starts doing the whole routine for me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where my tape went.
Huh.
So yeah, everybody got to enjoy a little bit of Robin Harris in this house.
I love it. I love it. All right, getting back to the show. It was a great match. I thought Cody and Seth worked their balls off. I thought that it was, and you know what? This was the only match for me outside of like the Austin shit, because you haven't seen Austin in a while, whatever. Like every match other than this one and maybe Edge and AJ, maybe, just felt like I've seen it 100 times. Like this was the only match that was like, this is a new, like I haven't seen this, and this is cool. Like, because it's been so long, it was 6 years, right, since Cody had come back, and that motherfucker, that crowd was chanting Cody, and half the fucking people chanting Cody didn't even know what the fuck Cody was.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he kept his music.
And right, I was gonna ask you that, Pumps, being our legal fucking aficionado of the show.
Yes.
Yeah. How is that?
I mean, it's probably the Tony Khan thing, just being good old Uncle Tony. Yeah.
Right. Kind of like when Vince lets guys go and he goes, hey, you don't have to do your 90-day no compete or whatever.
I mean, that's super rare, but yes.
Right. And it was, I mean, I'm not a big fan of his music, but I like that he kept it.
Well, what surprises me is that music starts with wrestling has more than one royal family, which is a direct shot at his new boss.
Right. And the flares, maybe.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I like it. I like it.
Oh, no, it's great. It's
dude,
just...
it was, I was watching that match and they went 30 minutes and I fucking love that they gave him that time. And Seth is a G. Seth is one of the few guys that could do this spot. I knew he was going to lose. They could not beat Cody. They couldn't, not with this, not with this build-up.
No one's going to lose in their debut.
And it was funny because as a wrestling fan, like obviously, like my lady's watching it with me. She was like, "Oh shit, that guy's on the other channel," but she doesn't like get the real, you know, like he was there and he was gone, he was back, whatever. Like, and I'm watching it, I'm like, "Holy shit, Cody is wrestling in a WWE ring right now against it," and it was awesome, and the fans were super into it. It was my favorite match of the weekend for obvious reasons. I loved that Cody did a little Stardust fucking thing, which was a cool, like, you know, tongue in cheek. I loved that he did the fucking Dusty Rhodes punches with the fucking elbow. Like he never does that. And it was a perfect way to bring Cody back. I felt.
Let's raise our glasses to Dallas, to the Cowboy Stadium. That crowd was so good. The crowd made the whole experience enjoyable for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard a crowd that hot in a while because it's been so lackluster over at the Middle East.
Yes.
They was into it. They was happy to go.
Not for a whole match. Like that crowd was hot the whole match. And like you'll get some pops, you'll get whatever, but like they were fully invested and it was fucking cool. It was just really, really cool. And I'm really happy for Cody. And I want to say he's probably getting a couple million a year now. And like to leave a job, that's what the rumor is. Like I said, I don't know. But to leave a job where they offer you $650 and then leave for 6 years and like bet on yourself and then come back for $2 million, you double, triple, because they were like, yo, we were wrong, dude. Like you were super dope. And you know, now we need you back. I know they're going to, but I hope they don't fuck this up. I mean, of course they will, but like, I just want to keep carrying, like, and I haven't watched Monday Night Raw yet. I don't know what he said, or I saw a picture of him and Seth Rollins shaking hands in the middle of the ring. I don't know the interview or whatever. But I just hope that they do right by him for at least the first year. I mean, I know everybody gets lost in the shuffle at some point, but like
year,
you know, I know.
They
I know.
it up
I know.
within 2 months. 2 months. We're gonna be on. I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna say, man, roll the tape, producer Shay, and it's gonna be a flashback of us going. I hope we gets at least a good year. But for the moment, that was a WrestleMania moment.
Yes,
and that was
I agree.
pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
Pumps, you have any more notes on that match?
Yes, my only issue with this, and it drove me nuts, and I want to go back and watch this match, but I know I'm going to have to watch it on mute. I cannot take this seriously with them saying freaking every 30 seconds. Like,
that's true.
Stop it.
What was worse? Freaking Rollins during that match or fucking stupendous the entire weekend?
Definitely stupendous.
I would say freaking because that was the only thing I legitimately enjoyed, and it's ruined.
Almost had you, Pump.
Yeah. Other than that, and Seth's ridiculous getup, but other than that,
yeah. Why did it look like he was wearing fucking Becky Lynch's lace? Fucking
he was in Becky Lynch's lingerie.
You guys peeped that too. It was all sheer and shit. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck kind of welcome to my fantasy thunder down under shit does Seth have on?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not great.
Oh, I peeped that too. I'm like, oh, I can see your skin through your tights, bro. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the chat, all 8 of you hanging out with us.
Yeah. For real.
Give Chris a run for his money. Drop some things.
I like it.
Pumps is always thinking.
Drop a couple dollars in the super chat.
Oh no. Drop a couple of dollars on fucking my PayPal account. Fuck this.
Yeah, put your Cash App up in the chat, Nate, because it was your birthday. Everybody drop my boy $20 for his birthday.
I don't know. Chris dropped an Island Bruv video.
It
was
everyone but Chris.
I'm gonna get Shay to play that at the end of the show. So if you stick around and you don't follow us on social media, you'll be able to check that out. All right.
I opened my Instagram and that was the first shit that popped up. I was like, nah. That's awesome.
Next match, we had Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
Do we want to talk the backstage politics of this match before we get into the actual match?
Sure. Tell us about it, Pumps.
Take it away, Pumps.
Talk your shit, which is also a segment on the best damn women's boxing show, period. Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Indeed.
Talk your shit, Pumps.
So, apparently, for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I also know this to be true because Charlotte was on ESPN on Friday. She was on ESPN Radio. Yes, I listen to sports radio because I'm old.
I love it.
She was specifically asked about being in the main event of WrestleMania and was going on blah, 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 blah. And apparently when they got to the building, the match was not on last, but it was still dubbed the main event, which caused Ronda to leave the building. So they had to do whatever, work the McMahon magic to get Ronda back in the building. To get the match in the ring, pal.
And this is because Ronda Rousey thinks she's bigger than Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin?
Apparently.
That's ridiculous.
Well, don't tell someone you're the main event.
How do we know that? Now listen, hold on. There's been multiple stories about how people have said, oh, Vince said I was going to be the champion. And in reality, it's Vince said, I can see you being the champion. That isn't the same fucking thing.
Jason Williams asked Ashley
the point guard for the Sacramento Kings, or the fucking guy that shot his chauffeur.
No, not that Jason Williams. The other Jason
that went to elementary school with me. I had a Jason Williams too.
Not white chocolate either. Not white chocolate.
What does white chocolate know about wrestling? I don't understand.
Right.
Duke point guard, McDonald's All-American, Jason Williams.
Isn't Jason Williams also the guy from the Nets who shot a chauffeur at a party?
Yes, but he's like 7 feet tall and this one's like 6'1".
So what is Jason Williams, the guy who shot a chauffeur at a party, talking about wrestling for?
I didn't say that he was.
Okay, what Jason Williams are you talking about?
the one that hosts an ESPN morning show.
Got it. Okay.
With Max Kellerman and former Carolina Panther Keyshawn Johnson.
What's Max Kellerman know about fucking wrestling?
Nothing, because they were letting Jason Williams ask all the questions.
Also, Keyshawn Johnson is from USC, buddy. Come on. And the Jets.
Anywho, they specifically asked Charlotte what it was like to be the main event, and she was talking like she was going on last.
Yeah, but why would? But yeah,
and this
but
was Friday morning.
Fuck that. How do they know that? Like, they might have been referring to her main eventing previous WrestleManias.
They mentioned that too. They said this is 2 WrestleManias you've main evented now. What's that like? No snappy comeback.
No, I'll give you a fucking snappy comeback. You fucking listen. All right, I'm getting turned
so
up
much
now.
Heat.
We're about 45 minutes in.
Anyway,
is this like when Punk was mad that he wasn't technically the main event against Undertaker, but Vince was like, "Dog, you're wrestling the Undertaker. So what that you don't go on last? This is still a main event of the evening."
No, because if that's your argument falls flat because the last match wasn't for a title and it wasn't even a match.
It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro, for the first time in 19 years. There isn't a motherfucker on the planet that is going to go on after him other than maybe The Rock, and I don't even think him.
Well, we'll find out next year.
I don't think The Rock would go on after Stone Cold. I don't even think The Rock, and that is the most self-loving ass motherfucker in the world. And I think even he would defer to Stone Cold.
Yeah. All right. So Ronda. Okay, so Ronda and Charlotte had a match.
And all the weave in the world. Jesus Christ. Charlotte had so many goddamn bundles on her head. I'm like, your neck must be super strong, sis, because this is a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Ronda's very good.
She's not. She wasn't good before she left, and she's even worse now.
She's not trying to be a wrestler enough for me. Like, I don't believe when they first trotted her out for the first year and a half or so, I was like, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, well, you're not even wrestling or you're not even fighting MMA anymore. You don't really do anything. So now you're a wrestler. Just because you go away for 3 years and you come back doesn't mean I'm still like, oh shit, this is the UFC, the baddest woman on the planet. No, she's just Ronda Rousey. Start wrestling.
She's not even the baddest mom on the planet.
Becky Lynch.
Becky whipped her ass for sure. It's the arrogance for me. It's the entitlement for me.
Yes.
It's like, come
especially
on.
after that story.
And, I'm always like, ugh, I've had enough of Charlotte Flair. But if Charlotte would have lost that match, I would have been very, very mad. I'm glad Charlotte won.
I am shocked she didn't.
Who?
I am shocked that Charlotte won.
Yeah?
Really?
Especially after Becky lost.
Yeah, but Becky lost.
Wasn't going for that.
But Becky lost because they took it off Bianca way too early and kind of fucked up. When she pulled up, when Becky pulled up and gave her because they were worried about, viewers or whatever, and gave her some fucking, those belly to bellies or the Becky to bellies or whatever the fuck that is, and then took the belt off her real quick.
You're thinking of Bayley, but okay.
Ronda had to lose because we know damn well Ronda ain't committing to no full-time.
No,
she had to lose.
She's trash on the mic. She could be good if she tried. I think, but I don't Yeah. Oh, and this is my other favorite thing. Okay, I think I have a note on this.
Let me lean in.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't. But this is another thing. So what's Ronda's move? The submission?
Armbar.
It's an armbar, right? So then they were like, she was called a one-trick pony by Charlotte, right? And people, that was like her deal, like, oh, you only are good at the armbar. And then the announcers were like, Ronda Rousey with an ankle lock. Motherfucker, I could do the ankle lock. Like, the ankle lock is the easiest. She's called a one-trick pony. Look at the ankle lock. She's got the ankle lock in her arsenal. A fucking child can do the ankle lock.
My mom could come in here and do the ankle lock, and she's 90.
My mom just had back surgery. She could put somebody in the ankle lock if you lay down and let you. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, that they were trying to pitch that as like us don't move.
Again, is she training, and where are the other people training? Because she needs to go to wherever Logan Paul went to.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Charlotte Flair wins. All right, next. Fuck, we're an hour and 10 in. We've got to fucking speed this up. I like it. Though. We're having a good time. Jay's back. We're going long. We're going long.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Yep. Pumps is still angry that we didn't go last night. I can feel it.
First of all, motherfucker,
he didn't reply to our chat at all.
Because you just made up this whole thing that I was pissed off when I gave no indication. Okay.
Giving no indication means you're pissed off. That's like when you ask a girl. That's when you ask a girl, is everything all right? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, nothing's wrong. That's what that shit is like.
Okay.
That's
yeah, no, you're right. I'm fine. It's fine.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
No,
and I'll hear about it later. I just find it funny that
I find it awfully funny.
Yeah. All right. Next match with the main event of night one. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin on the Kevin Owens show.
Mm-hmm.
Which turned into a no holds barred match, which we expected to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, how did you think Austin looked? Okay, I'm sorry, real quick before I get into that. Kevin Owens is a goddamn national treasure.
Yes, he is.
He is fucking hilarious, and he gets it, and he says the right thing at the right times with the right timing, and there is a reason they gave this dude so much money, because he might not have the build of a wrestler, but he can fucking go with the best of them, and he can out-talk the best of them as well. Like, there's a reason they put Austin with him, and I want to say that Austin maybe likes KO and maybe requested it or approved it, however that works. But, like, when he was running down Texas and shit, it's just funny, dude. He's just funny.
I mean, if Austin has the stroke to turn down Hogan, then he's absolutely approving Steen.
And he's just shout out to him, dude, because Kevin Owens main evented a WrestleMania in a weird no holds barred match against a guy who hasn't wrestled in 19 years and made it work. You know what I mean? I'm sure this wasn't his dream scenario of main eventing a WrestleMania, but if he never gets to main event a WrestleMania again, which I don't know if he's going to, right?
Kevin Owens?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, not WrestleMania.
Right?
No,
That's what I
maybe
mean.
one of the pay-per-views. Maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Right,
but they get like it's like what do they say? You turn chicken shit into chicken salad, or whatever. Like Shay, don't fucking look at me like that, bro. But yeah. So anyway, Jay,
this wasn't chicken shit. It's Stone Cold.
Yeah, he was there. Okay, Jay, what did you think?
You can't get it both ways. You can't prop up Austin as this big thing and to prove your Rousey Flair point, and then when you get to Austin, be like, oh, he was there.
Yeah, but
this is Pumps talking more.
I know, I like it. You're trying to show off because Jay's back.
Yeah. I'm trying to get that best girl boxing show money. I will watch boxing.
I like Stone Cold and KO. I thought Stone Cold, that man got some miles on him. When he came out them knee brace, I'm like, okay, he's not fucking around. We're gonna get something going. I enjoyed it for what it was. And KO was just the only other person I think that could have done as well as KO would have been maybe like a Sami Zayn or someone like that, who is very, very, zippy and very, very clever on the mic and is a worker who doesn't injure people. So yeah, I think KO was a better choice. KO was great for that. And he's not as in shape as Sami Zayn. So that was just enough. That was just enough for Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Sounds like you didn't like this, Nate.
I did. Listen, it's not that I didn't like it. I knew what I was going to get. Here's an exact text I sent a buddy of mine, Ray, who we're going to have on soon. But
shout out to Ray.
Yes. I said it could have been worse, but I don't know how it could have been better. You know what I'm saying? Like Austin couldn't have looked as good as he looked, but I don't think there was a chance that he looked any better than he did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in this limbo area where I didn't think Austin was going to leave his feet.
He was looking like Seth Rollins compared to Vince.
Well, Vince is also looking, but yeah. But when Austin took a suplex or like KO laid him down good, like it worked. I had a bet on whether or not he was going to take his shirt off.
Oh no,
that's weird. But I was just like if Austin took his shirt, my brain was like, oh, Austin's in the knee braces, bro. He's definitely wrestling.
Yes. Yeah, I was surprised he took the little bump on the concrete. I'm like,
he was doing, and you could tell that Austin started to get fired up towards the end of the match. Like when and also that stage was so big where they had to do one spot over here and then the same spot over here so people could take pictures and validate why they spent $500 to see this night one. But you could tell. I'm sure, yeah, but you could tell that Austin, like, he was getting pumped up when he was, and goddamn, what did they give? 24 beers? How many fucking beers they throw at this? Like, he would grab a beer and just fucking.
Who is the person who throws the beers in the ring? Because they throw them perfectly every single time. I wonder if it's like the same person who's the designated beer thrower. I want that.
There is. He did. No, he did have that, right, Pumps?
Back in the day, he had it, but that guy's retired.
Right. He did have a guy on the roster that threw his beers the whole time.
They're always at the right. He's never.
Yeah.
I want that job.
Yeah. But, like I said, it was as good as it could have been. I don't know. If the Cody Seth match doesn't happen, I'm not sure how thrilled I am spending that kind of money on this show. And only because
the only thing that would have made it better is if there was like a lumberjack match and like The Rock and Ric Flair and then we're standing around the ring or something like that. That's the only way it would have been better.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't bad. I don't know, like every match outside of Cody and Seth and the Austin thing just felt like it was a Monday Night Raw. Like none of these matchups are original or new or I don't know the storyline. I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah,
it was the why and who is this for? Mm-hmm. Other than the Cody thing, I don't know.
Right.
I get you bring Austin back, but
Pumps is just sitting back watching us self-destruct like, God, I've waited for this day.
I know.
No, I mean,
he sees it.
No, I mean, I legitimately feel bad because, like, this was the thing you marked on your calendar as a fan. You're like, okay,
right.
No matter what's happening, once we get to the Rumble, we got 3 months, and it's going to be great.
Is this KO Austin? I mean, you're calling it a main event because they do whatever, but is this the first time that there's been a main event where Austin didn't show up on television leading up to it outside of a promo that he posted on fucking social media. Like, he didn't, like, on Monday Night Raw, like, he didn't show up and talk. There wasn't an interview, like a via satellite interview. There was none of that shit. It was just, I'm fucking Stone Cold and I'm showing up to fucking Dallas. Get ready. Like, I've never seen that in a main event of a WrestleMania outside of, like, I know Rock and Cena did their thing, but at least on Monday Night Raw, Rock would show up via satellite or whatever. Like,
well, there was a couple of times Rocky got in the ring.
That's what I mean. Like,
to cut a promo, yeah.
Like, Austin did nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing outside of a promo, a produced promo.
Maybe they were beefing or negotiating still, and they probably didn't come to terms until like right before that shit. He's like, okay, that's good number. I'll come.
Shout out to the 10 people in the chat, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Woo! He probably said, I want piece of the gate. Let me see what these gate numbers is looking like. And I'll show up.
Well, also, I thought it was interesting, which I just saw today, that apparently Austin came out at exactly 3 hours and 16 minutes on night one, which I thought was like a cool Easter egg.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even pick that out. That's cool.
I'm not going to lie, Jay. I don't know if that's true or not because I didn't fact check it, but we're just for the sake of, you know.
Let's roll with it.
Producer Shay, get on it. For sure. I'll on it tonight.
Okay. So that brings us into night two. With the really weird Triple H retirement ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't even carry his own boots to the ring.
Nope.
Just kidding.
His kids are cute.
Hey, if anybody wants to buy Triple H's crutches, got them right here. Since there's 9 of us in the chat, just to, slide to them DMs.
Now, I am a self-proclaimed Triple H homer. I do. I love Triple H. I loved him back in the day.
You want to buy some crutches?
I
give you best price, my friend.
Oh, you better give me best price, my friend. I went to WrestleMania 2000 with a sign when it was Rock versus Mick Foley versus Big Show versus Triple H.
With a McMahon in every corner.
With a McMahon in every corner, with a sign that said, I paid to see Triple H beat, and it was each guy's name, and the D was all of the above. That was the first time a heel had won the main event of WrestleMania in history at that point. It was. Look it up, Pumps.
No, I'm looking at Shay fiddle with his mouse. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry. So
I don't doubt the wrestling historian.
Say what you will. I'm a Triple H mark. And it was really weird. And it was funny because my girl was like, after like the 12th minute of his entrance, my girl was like, what the fuck is going on? Are we starting this show or not?
Why is this guy in a suit covered in water?
Right. And I had to explain to her the deal and how we got the heart thing or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, I get it. Whatever. Do you think that he did the boots in the ring without saying anything because he was going to cry?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He looked very emotional, as he should be.
Yes. So it's safe to say that we're getting Triple H in the Hall of Fame next year, right?
Of course.
Right? That's the deal. It's got to be.
There's no way. Do you know, man, that'll be a family
DX
feud
is
for
in,
real.
isn't it? So
but so's Harlem Heat and Booker T.
I'm not.
I'm a wrestling historian, Pumps.
No, you're apparently. Sorry.
So Triple H does the leave the boots in the ring thing, which was kind of awkward and weird, and I don't even think they gave it the proper respect, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they put the fucking mic on it.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, he's done. Anyway, I don't know. I think maybe because they're saving it for later down the road or whatever, and they had to get in front of it because, everybody, on the internet knows the deal. But
saving what?
All right. Saving the big speech he's going to give. About not being able to wrestle anymore.
Well, he already did that though. Like on, what was that? It was ESPN.
Bro, nobody watches ESPN.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let me tell you who's going to watch ESPN. If the best damn women's boxing show period gets picked up by ESPN,
You damn right.
They will fire us because we kind of inappropriate. We got after dark episodes too, and we're like, ooh, those are gonna be spicy. Those are the good ones.
Yeah, but that Disney money would make you make it.
I don't.
Maybe
I
we
think
will.
listen. If you're spicy, that Disney money will make you a little more mild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That'll be the ranch dressing on top of that wing.
Yeah. All right.
Then they introduced their newest acquisition.
Yes.
Made a big deal about this.
NCAA winner. I mean, Olympic champion. I don't know his name, so Pumps, I'm going to defer to you.
His name is Gable Steveson.
Mm-hmm.
It was pointed out. Thank you. It was pointed out to me that he had some transgressions while in college. I'm not going to say anything that's going to make me legally liable.
Allegedly.
But if you guys want to Google what happened to him at the University of Minnesota and what he was involved in. Allegedly involved. Well, hey, what? I'm sorry. If I do it for Austin Theory, I'm going to do it to this guy. So get ready.
Are you going to do it for Austin Theory?
I mean, I'm not a 16-year-old girl, so I don't do it for Austin Theory, but.
Wow. All right. Next match, we've got the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro versus the Alpha Academy and the Street Profits in a triple threat match.
That was a pretty fun match.
Here we go. And I'm glad you said that, Jay, because your boy has to go to the bathroom. And I think maybe you and Pumps should talk about this tag team match for about 3 minutes.
Let's go.
Less.
Pumps.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you enjoy the match?
This is fantastic that Nate's not here. I legitimately have nothing bad to say about this. This was really good. It was good. It was fun. I mean, obviously Chad Gable's thing is ridiculous, but whatever. I mean, it had some really good spots. Montez Ford jumping over everything and the pile and still landing on his feet was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have nothing bad to say about this. I think, good for Randy Orton for making that much money to do this.
Right. That's just still so strange to me that he would be down for this. I mean, it's been going on. I thought this would have run its course by now. And they
even said that on the broadcast. They were like, nobody thought this would last.
It was weird. I mean, it was a fun match. It was very athletic, great spots, great action. They all flowed together very nicely. But again, it was still like an elevated Raw match.
Yeah, there was no big fight feel to it. It didn't feel special, But I can't shit on it.
At least we can't talk bad about it.
That's true. I mean, it was not the worst thing we saw on this night 2 extravaganza.
I'm just glad that they stopped calling Chad Gable Shorty G or whatever that dumb shit was that they were calling him for a long time.
Well, they're obviously going to change it now because they've got Gable Steveson. So you can't be more than one. You got to, because the audience is so dumb they can't tell the difference.
Figure it out.
No.
And the Street Profits, I feel like they're in a weird place now too. I feel like it's the same thing. It's a lot with a lot of these NXTers that moved up, like the more talented NXT people who moved up. Like, I feel like they're still, I don't know how to phrase it. Like, I don't know that you would call it like an amateur style, because it's not an amateur style. Like in boxing, when someone goes pro, you can still see remnants of an amateur style where it's more about touching and about points and actually skill and sweet science and all that. And I feel like their gimmick, I feel like Bianca's gimmick, and even Rhea Ripley to a certain extent, and what's her name? The almost Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah, Nikki ASH. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they all are still kind of operating as elevated NXT people, and they haven't really crossed over into being superstars. Like the Street Profits are so good athletically, and Montez Ford and them are really, they're good on the mic, but I feel like they need they need a reboot too. I've had enough of the red cups and the whole thing. I want them to like turn into. I'd like to see now. See, they should go heel.
So you don't want the smoke, is what you're saying?
Yeah, no, I want them to come. At this point, I want them to come with some guns or some shit, because I feel like because the New Day are now going to be locked in with each other since Biggie is going to be out for a long time. And so, Kofi and Woods, they have to compete as a tag team now. There is no opportunity for them to compete as individuals and elevate. So they're definitely not going to be heels because they're the New Day. So why not have the Street Profits reimagine themselves as these ultimate terrible guys? Bianca wants to still be a baby face, and that's cool. Like Naomi, let her do her baby face thing, but make them be the bad guys. Make it an awkward thing where people are like, "What's up with your husband? Why are they tripping over there?" And she'd be like, "I don't know. I'm just over here defending the Raw Women's Championship.
I'm just whipping my hair back and forth.
I'm just being the nicest, the bestest."
I'm the bestest. They're the maddest, the rudest, the meanest, but as long as they don't bring you home, I just feel like they need to change their gear up. Like the whole thing. It's still very neat. I was saying, like, I feel like this last crop of the more talented people that got moved up from NXT, their style is still a little amateurish for lack of a better term. And I feel like they haven't elevated out of being the big fish at NXT, even though they're putting them in that's why the SPs didn't keep the belts that long, because they're good.
Right.
There's nothing mesmerizing about them.
Yeah, there's no draw to them.
Sure. And I think the problem is that the WWE let go of the people that came out of NXT that are better.
Yeah.
The Rusevs, the Kyle O'Reillys, the Adam Coles, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that, when it comes to those smaller dudes, they're afraid to put them on TV. I'm just convinced.
Okay. So yeah, it is my hope in this next coming year, now that Mania is done and people are going to be taking their vacations, and all of the lesser known, lesser utilized people will get a little bit more runs now because people are going to be taking little breaks here and there. Make the SP some bad guys, because the New Day needs a foil, and it can't be in the form of what they are now, because it doesn't make sense to have a baby face and a baby face, and then because they're all on Raw, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Raw. And the Usos are still doing their bloodline thing. That's not gonna. The only way the bloodline is gonna switch up is if The Rock comes back. But as far as Raw goes, to make Raw more entertaining, I'm Shay, sponsored by Doritos.
Speaking of entertaining, Shay just fucking.
That bag of Cool Ranch didn't stand a chance.
Not a fucking chance. And so, if you're listening to us, WWE, make the Street Profits like some ultimate, like some. Montez Ford is good enough on the mic, and so is Angelo's.
Look, Montez Ford's a star. I like him. He needs some bigger legs, but whatever. Outside of that,
he can be. They should put him into something. Well, no, the Miz just broke up with Who did Miz hit with the skull crushing finale? Who was his partner?
Oh, Logan Paul. I love that we reviewed that match and didn't even talk about that at the end. All right.
So the Street Profits, they need something.
All right. So RK Bro retains the title. The next match, I don't even think listen, we all love Omos, but the next match versus Bobby Lashley was not great. I don't even think there's, and the Pumps. Do you have notes? I got zero on this one. Okay.
Was this aggressively bad? Possibly. Was it good? Hell no. What's the point of this match?
I agree. It was, you know what it was? It was to get both guys on the show.
Yeah.
But
Bobby Lashley is looking like a fucking G compared to Omos. Jesus.
Bobby Lashley was the fucking champion like a month and a half ago. 2 months ago.
Thing. And he could barely get by this guy that was AJ Styles' heater 6 months ago. Like, I agree. Whatever.
They have
it's just Shay, I'm sorry you pulled pictures for this because it's not even worth the time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's bad. Speaking of bad, now listen, I think this next match is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood version of wrestling, because I feel like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a movie there 50% of the people loved it and 50% of the people fucking hated it. And there isn't a whole lot of middle ground.
I've never seen it.
Well, all right. Well, that's been the show, guys. Jay, thanks for coming back.
He does this to me.
Jay, I appreciate you. This is great. Watch the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order and the World's Women's Boxing Show, period. And
and I got to pee, and I hated this match. So I'm going to pee and get a beer, and I'll be back.
Okay, you go. Okay, cool.
Because I hated this shit.
When you come back, we'll be talking about a different match.
It was such a waste of my time. I was so annoyed by it.
Pumps, how'd you feel about this match, bud?
I'm going to hate myself for saying this on camera, but I laughed a few times.
Don't you dare.
I see.
I laughed a few times. But, I mean...
at Johnny Knoxville's outfit?
Well, no, I liked his kind of homage to the greatest American hero. I mean, listen, this is Jakara. This is DDT, but with a huge budget. Like, it's not...
You have to explain... Pumps. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about outside of me and maybe two of the people in our chat. What's Jakara and what's DDT? I know what it is.
Jakara was an indie promotion out of the Philly sort of area, that sort of tri-states hub, where they did comedy matches.
Right.
Dalton Castle was there. He was smooth sailing Ashley Remington, a boat captain. Chuck Taylor was, everybody's
people wrestling in like camping grounds and shit, right?
Yeah, it's weird shit like that. DDT is the promotion where Kenny Omega famously wrestled the blow-up doll.
Right.
I think you understand where I'm going with
this. What was the promotion? What was the promotion? I've tried to find this. I saw back before all kinds of social media, like this is like the Farmville era of social media, right?
Yep.
So early YouTube.
So this is like Facebook is now available to everyone, not just in college.
Yeah, like 2006, 2007.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
And I saw something on YouTube where there was a match where like it was surrounded by water and all the people were in mascot outfits. I know it was a Japanese wrestling promotion. I've tried to find it using those keywords and I haven't been able to.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been FMW because they've done promotions surrounded by water, but it's not really ringing any bells.
Yeah. Speaking of ringing bells, Giant Mousetrap didn't work.
Sure didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, again, the mousetrap, as a pest professional, those mousetraps weren't even set. So, listen, I mean, who was this for and what was the point?
That movie has been out for months. It's not even in the theaters anymore. So I don't understand. Like, what are you promoting? Like
poverty.
What does this do for Sami Zayn? Like, what does this do for Zayn?
These are quite good, by the way.
They are. Cheers to you, Jay. Cheers to you.
Yes.
That match sucked. I'm sorry. The best part of that match for me was Wee Man soup, power
Body
bombing,
slamming. Yeah.
body slamming, homie. Other than that, I was like, what is the point? And I did exactly what I did just now during that match.
Right.
But the problem is that match was still going on because it went forever.
They had all this could have been cut. I'm telling you. This in my personal WrestleMania, this match doesn't happen. Also, I don't like that there was 2 days of WrestleMania and the fucking Intercontinental title wasn't defended. That's kind of whack. It really
Ricochet
is.
has competed in the Tokyo Dome. Just saying.
All right.
WrestleMania, the stage is not too big. Just saying. The man can go.
My favorite thing about this match was the memes, and I like that fucking Shay is about to show some shit, was that Mae Young's hand grew up and made his wrestling debut.
Yeah,
Jay, do you remember that? Remember that angle of Mark Henry and Mae Young where they were like having sexual relations and she gave birth to a hand?
Henry.
Yeah, and she gave birth to a hand, and now that hand is all grown up. Made his debut.
I guess this didn't piss me off so bad. Like, by this point, it's hour number 8 of subpar WWE
because
product.
we've been waterboarded, bro. It's like we've just been
exactly.
We're like, oh shit, it's just not so bad.
Just let us out. Let us out.
Yeah. All right. So next, speaking of matches that
happened,
we had the let's make sure all the girls in the promotion get a shine, which I'm for. I feel like an asshole because, as you guys know, women's wrestling's my favorite.
Absolutely.
So
well
I
documented.
want to make sure that all of the females get a chance. But this could have been Sasha and Naomi versus Baszler and Natalya solo, or just give me a tag match. Like, I don't need 4 tag teams for no reason.
None.
And that's just me. Like I don't know. Shout out to Sasha and Naomi for winning the tag straps. I feel like, they're just kind of putting Sasha in a tag right now because they don't really have much for her in the singles area, even though she's one of the top, in my opinion, 3 women's wrestlers on the planet, or 4 women, whatever, top 5. What did you guys think about this match, Pumps?
I am shocked that WWE managed to tap into Shay's femdom fantasy for Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's outfits.
Rhea Ripley looked great.
Here's the thing. I would have rather seen Rhea Ripley doing something. I mean, what? She's a star.
She's buried. She's buried. She's a star. She's one of the
Ronda Rousey out of the equation.
1,000,000%.
Insert Rhea Ripley.
That's a whole different ballgame.
You have my attention. Like, I just don't like. This is what we've said forever, that when you just throw people together. How hot was Shayna Baszler? And I don't mean attractive wise. I mean as a performer.
Agreed.
In NXT, and then she comes out and bites someone on the neck. Well, that's her done. So,
right. How do you have Doudrop be in the main event? And I'm not even trying to be funny. You have Doudrop be in the main events for the last month, right?
Yep.
And she's not even in the match.
Yep.
Like, you have her as like Rhea Ripley and Doudrop and Shayna Baszler and Natty are all amazing women's wrestlers that you do nothing with.
Because you're too busy having matches with Johnny Knoxville and Wee Man for some shit that they're not even promoting shit. I could even see if they were getting a check from that shit.
Right.
But
is that movie on Peacock? Is that why? I don't understand.
Right.
Oh, Shay's giving us the nod. No? Paramount.
Okay.
Well,
right.
That explains everything.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I recently subscribed to Paramount because I'm a loser, and I watched the new Halo show, and it wants to be the Mandalorian so bad.
Mm.
It's so awful.
That's what I've heard. I hear bad things.
It's the guy never takes his helmet off, and he talks exactly like the Mandalorian, and he's like rescuing a young. I don't know. I don't want to get into other things, but
he does take his helmet off though, because they show his face, and he looks ridiculous.
Well, I watched one episode, and he never took his.
Oh, spoiler alert! They show his face.
All right. Anyway,
their content is very subpar.
This is Paramount I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're right. I fell asleep. Apparently, he took his helmet off at the end of the first episode. Guess what? I fell asleep. Spoiler alert! I didn't finish it.
All right. Didn't feel like going back and revisiting that one, much like I will never watch this WrestleMania again.
Fair enough. Next,
I definitely won't.
Next, we had, in my opinion, the best in the match of night 2, which was Edge and AJ Styles. It's not.
That is amazing.
We're grading on a curve.
I mean, on a curve, this was 1 and 1A.
Yeah, this match and the Cody Seth match were probably the 2 best wrestling matches of the weekend.
Oh, I was saying of night 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying of all weekend, in my opinion. But I expected maybe a little bit more, but I was okay with what I got based on the other shit that they were presenting. Damian Priest came out at the end and was helping Edge. Yep, and was helping Edge. Where do you think that goes? Is that are we turning Damian Priest heel with Edge? How does I don't know.
I mean, my love for Punishment Martinez has been well documented. I've been a fan of his since his Ring of Honor days. I absolutely hate this trend of sewing things into your hair. He looks ridiculous. I get it. He's like goth and whatever, spooky guy. You look ridiculous, first and foremost. Physically, you're imposing. You don't look as tall next to Edge, so that's going to be weird if they're going to try and give him like a heater role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they restart the Brood. Maybe they get someone else to join their little thing, or maybe they challenge. Maybe Edge and Orton work a program because it's comfortable. I mean, Edge needs to be with someone that's going to take care of him. He's only working people that are safe. So
and Edge had a low key Undertaker Triple H hybrid entrance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I don't know. You know what? No, never mind. That's not right.
Is AJ Styles at WrestleMania been a disappointment? Because because every time he's in a match that we think, oh, this is going to blow the doors off, it's just kind of meh.
This match is not good on WrestleMania.
I'm not saying it's not good, but we like when it was Nakamura, we thought it was going to be 7 stars, light the world on fire, and it was okay. Same thing with Edge.
Better matches on TV, regular TV.
Yeah, but I think that's because AJ is handicapped a little, and I don't mean Christopher Reeves. I mean, I don't think the E lets him work a style that allows that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that the style that he works now is a little different and
safe style, not strong style.
Yes, right. But he's still going to present the best, one of the better matches on the card.
Yeah,
you know
it'll be a good, solid WWE match.
Right, and I was going to compare Edge like being the Daniel Bryan of WWE, but Daniel Bryan is just putting in so much better work in AEW that it's not good. Edge is awesome for his age and what he's doing, and I think that the WWE is using him well and letting him do what he wants to do. So I think we're getting the best that we're able to get from Edge and his creative that we're gonna get in the WWE, where McMahon, is in charge.
Tommaso Ciampa joins that stable, so it's marked. Damian Priest, Edge, and Tommaso Ciampa? Because didn't Ciampa and Edge have a thing at last year's
I don't remember. Are you giving us Monday Night Raw spoiler alerts?
No.
All right.
I'm fantasy booking.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
Because at Stand and Deliver, the Ciampa got the whole send off, so I'm guessing they, whatever.
Yeah, I'm for it. Yeah. All right. Next, we had a match that I don't even want to talk about, unless you got something else. Yeah.
This is exactly what happened. This match they introduced Butch. I got up, had a cigarette. I came back. The match was over. So I couldn't tell you what happened.
Yeah. Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus Xavier and
graphics for this.
I didn't watch it either.
I fell asleep.
I too went outside for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to watch it because it was on the show.
This is a WrestleMania match.
I wasn't lingering.
That's what I mean.
To have a smoke.
Yeah, this could have been thrown out completely. It was a popcorn match, and I don't know. I'm out.
I wanted something good for Sheamus. I saw that goddamn commercial so many times. I wanted something good.
Yeah.
But no, nothing.
Wasn't great. All right, next we had.
I'm sorry. Did they wrestle? I legitimately don't know.
I don't either.
I don't either.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can read more.
Chat, smarten us up on this one. Well, no, audience participation. We'll all be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next, we had Pat McAfee and Austin Theory. And my man, Pat McAfee, I know Pumps isn't a fan, but this old boy, you don't like Pat.
I don't dislike him.
He's fucking great.
I wouldn't go that far.
I also didn't know before this package that when he retired from football, he legit tried to be a wrestler, or at least started like some training and shit.
Yeah, he was taught by Rip Rogers.
I did not know that.
I've said it on the show. You don't fucking listen to me.
There's lots of things that you say on the show that I don't pay attention.
Pumps.
That's
right, baby. The mouth of the South Bay is too busy listening to himself talk on a megaphone. He don't listen to his co-host ever. That's right, Daddy. Come see me.
I've never seen Pat McAfee in wrestling before NXT. I thought he got famous. So, and I legit didn't know that. So he attempted to be a wrestler and then didn't really make it, and then started his podcast or whatever, and then got super famous, and then got asked to be an announcer.
He got hot, and then the girl called him back.
Right, exactly. and then the announcer, and then it was okay. Now you can wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, when Pat did that fucking standing vertical onto the fucking top rope, that was impressive, bro. I know that Austin Theory grabbed him, but just to get there in front of 70,000 people, like, that's a spot that you can fuck up real quick.
Could go bad. Yeah.
You could slip and that would be a wrap.
I was just astounded by the fact that crowd was hot like the fucking Rock and fucking Stone Cold, and like every superstar of the last 10 years was in the ring together. Like everything he did, I'm like, what is going on?
They were fucking it. Like outside of Austin and Cody, for McAfee, the crowd was the hottest of the whole fucking show.
It was. That shit was, it was crazy.
More than Brock, more than Roman. Like, they were all in on Pat McAfee, and it was cool. Like, that motherfucker went back to that fucking backstage, pumped. Like,
he was talking that good cash money shit. I bet he was like, bitch, I want a raise.
He doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need it.
It don't matter. He don't ask anyway.
He got $100 million. He got $100 million from, who did he get $100 million from, Pumps?
Barstool? No.
Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah. That's so, that's so
or no, FanDuel? I don't know.
FanDuel. One of them gave him $100 million for his show.
I remember seeing that he got a grip of dough. I know he gonna get a grip more.
And immediately, and that's the other cool thing, which I remember I was talking about Pat McAfee about this, is that he got all that dough and immediately gave like a quarter of it to his staff, another quarter of it to like some charities. Like he is like super, super good dude with his money. And
you
like
that Illuminerdi.
Right. Can we hold something? Let's give us like 5 racks each. I'll take that.
I'll quit my job tomorrow.
So,
and a Grubhub coupon.
So shout out to Pat McAfee. Vince was in the corner.
Oh God.
He defeated Austin Theory, and then Vince
McAfee.
Yes, McAfee.
Pronouns, pal.
I'm not gonna lie. When Vince threw his sport coat over one shoulder, that place went bananas. Did it not?
I did.
Vince was giving me Weekend at Bernie's. It felt like it took forever for him to take that shit off. He was like,
because the fans were fucking, and he went, nah, fuck it. And then he fucking walked, and then he was like, all right, he had like a tank top on, and he was ready, like, listen, these 2 days was the weekend of old men having young people run into clotheslines.
Oh, motherfuckers were getting their life this weekend. You can't tell old men shit after this weekend.
The stunner that Vince took might be the worst stunner I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen children on the playground take better stunners than this.
Randy Orton's wife, what did she take? No, she didn't take a stunner. Whatever they were doing, jumping off the pool. At anyway, Vince. Oh my God, that's why
it was because like he kicked him and like he couldn't stand still, so he bounced.
He was falling before he kicked him.
He bounced back to the ropes, and I thought he was gonna tear both his quads.
Hey!
Damn, is Chris drunk?
No,
maybe.
Hey! Let's go.
On that note, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Where did this money be going anyway?
I don't know.
Because I sure ain't got my belt yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what the fuck happens with that account?
Yeah,
Can
bro.
we get some t-shirts?
Right.
Yeah, you know what? That's the last 2 shows. We've almost had $100. This is more show than Picky Stardust or the goddamn fucking Multiverse of Madness trailer breakdown.
Right. Whatever happened to Lunchbox Juice Box, who used to be in the chat? Does he still come through?
I don't know. No, he doesn't. But look, Chris is fucking, that's it. He's our Illuminerdi watcher of the week. It's Chris Haskell.
You know what? We should do a spotlight every week. And this week it's you, Chris Haskell. It's you.
I'm gonna get him to figure out his. You know what would be funny is if I could get him to figure out his computer situation and have him on the show and just talk about things that he doesn't watch it at all, so he has no idea what we're talking about, and he just weighs in on shit based on Shay's pictures.
I'm right behind you, Chris. I'm on Dos Equis Amber Especial Numero Dos.
I like it. All right. So the main event, WrestleMania.
The biggest main event in WrestleMania history.
Main event in WrestleMania history.
That Vince had more time than.
I'm not gonna lie. My girl, like I said,
we all know Roman can't go 20 minutes.
My girl, they went 20.
No, they did not.
They went 12. Like 13 and a half. That shit was short as fuck.
I don't like you disrespecting the tribal chief. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not disrespecting the tribal chief. I'm disrespecting that.
I'm acknowledging his match time.
I will acknowledge him every day and twice on Sundays, but that match was shorter than a midget on his knees.
Jay, I like it. That's another hip hop reference, and I like it. Yeah, this was a thing.
It wasn't the biggest main event in WrestleMania history.
My favorite part was when they showed the package and they were coming to the ring, and my girl, like I said, who doesn't even watch wrestling, they got in the ring, and this is just her casually passing through rooms where I'm watching or talking or whatever, and she goes, "Why is this a big deal? Haven't these guys wrestled before?"
Imagine that.
Thank you, Ms. Haskills, because you're
And
right.
I just went, yeah, I have.
First
What
of
is
all,
that actually?
Brock was having too damn good a time for me. You are not a baby face, sir. What the? I saw
Listen,
all 32 of them goddamn teeth were too much of the match. He was smiling too much for me.
Because ever since that Undertaker moment where they both fucking sat up and he fucking laughed. Yeah, it's his dad.
Yep.
This was, oh God, the whole match.
Yeah, they don't do anything. Like, it was German suplexes, spears, and Superman punches for 12 minutes. Like,
F9s, spears.
yeah, like
German
I wanted to. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like Pump said. It's the Munchausen thing. It's like I wanted to be excited, and I was excited because they let Roman beat him 1, 2, 3. There was a couple of shenanigans like the fucking nut shot and the Paul Heyman title thing, but like,
why didn't Paul Heyman do some fuck shit at least?
Yeah.
Like something, or like even intonate that he was going to do some fuck shit. But I will say this about the match, for all who's hanging with us, we still got like 8 people.
Yeah, there's 8 people.
Been hanging.
Yeah, we got 8 people. Yeah, right. I like it.
The 8 of you, and I'm 100% convinced that none of you are women. So I'm just going to speak for myself. Roman, you was looking good as fuck.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
It's a handsome man.
Else. Yo, he hit the genetic lottery. Golly. What happened to the rest of the family? I mean, the Usos look pretty good too. But Roman, he must not have. Do we have any siblings? He's got to be an only child.
Why am I hearing myself now? Who is that? Is that you, Shay?
What?
Okay. It ended.
No,
Right, never mind. All right, sorry, for a second. All right, sorry for a second. Did you hear that
Yeah,
too?
I mean,
Yeah, I heard.
Okay.
it just looked like shades of every Roman match, and I want it better for the Tribal Chief. It was
I do.
Superman punch, spear, Superman punch, spear, Superman F9, German suplex.
He's
matchup.
better than that. He really is. He's
Much
better than
better.
that. He is. And it's not his fault that they don't. I don't know.
Even Drew McIntyre came over the ropes with his big giant ass.
Right.
Came over the ropes during Mania into the, did a rope dive. I just want one of them. It doesn't have to be both of them. One of them to just step out of the box of what we know them to do. I feel like they just hand them a piece of paper and here's your match. Go.
They need to give Roman better, like when he wrestled Daniel Bryan a year or so ago, which I said was my favorite match of the year, I think, right? Like, Pumps, am I wrong? Like,
yeah, he was your wrestler of the year. I don't know that.
Right.
I don't know that was your match of the year.
Right, but like I said, when he has, like, they just present him in a way that they don't allow him to
grow,
be in distress during a match. Like he's never like in trouble. He's never,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, they're going to look back and they're going to go, like, Roman can wrestle, like, but they position him in a
when
way.
He was a fighting from underneath babyface?
I do. Fuck off. I fucking hate you.
What?
Mama Pumps, I love you to death, and I'm really glad you're a doctor, but your son, she's just
is a prick.
Some weeks.
Look, listen. I didn't do this to him. What do you want from me?
Do you think that maybe at
But
this point,
front like he can't wrestle?
I think they switched him into a very mid style of approach because he's ready to go to Hollywood.
I think him and Woods are both like one big booking away from never lacing up the boots again. I'm shocked that Woods is still there. If it wasn't like if Big E hadn't been hurt and is out, I don't think you'd see Woods again.
He just never seems happy. They gave him so he could geek out on the whole King of the Ring thing, but like I don't know. I don't know what they need to do.
The next, if Roman catches a bigger part in the next Dwayne project, that's it. He's gone.
He needs to work on his acting.
What's left for him to do? There's only one guy.
Right. I mean, what show's Cody going to be on? I don't know. I haven't watched him on it.
Well, he was on. They promoted him for Raw tonight. Right. I don't know if he showed up.
He needs to be on Raw because Raw is worse than SmackDown, and they're both pretty bad.
Right. Did they keep the belt split? Is the other question.
That's my other fucking question. Was that okay? Hold on. Let's go to the finish. Brock puts Roman in the Kimura. Do we think that Roman really has a hurt shoulder? No, not at all. Right. He had some. His arm was fucked up a little bit, but it wasn't that same thing. I felt that Roman sold really well at the end of the match because they kept saying that they thought that Roman's shoulder was put out of place and he was slowly bringing up one side more than the other. Like Roman gets it. I like that they put him over on Brock because they know that Brock is not going to hang around and they didn't compromise what they've been doing. So now do we think that, and I don't want to get into a big conversation about this because we have some more shit to talk about. You know, we're already at 2 hours, but do we think that Roman keeps the belt until he wrestles The Rock in LA next year?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
There's no one else.
There's
no one else.
And at that point, he's going to be like Bruno Sammartino level in terms of.
Yeah, that'll be 3+ years that he's had the belt.
Right.
Yeah. And there's nobody, and the sad part is there's no one even close. Like now Mania is done and you've got to rebuild it from the beginning. Like,
right.
Who's there to put him in
you're looking to SummerSlam, right?
Right.
That's August.
And there's literally nothing. Like the Brock thing that shit's dead.
They have fired off every cannon they have, and there's only one. They brought back Austin. Vince McMahon had a match. You've done celebrities. Like what do you got left? I don't know.
Right.
Because you haven't made anybody since Roman.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they need to make him. Maybe he just becomes like a. Maybe he just comes out and watches the Usos do their thing and start. I think he start. The only thing I think they start. He starts bossing them around, and they start to do a family implosion type of thing, and then that leaves for The Rock to come. The Rock's daughter to come. Fucking
Simone is in witness protection. She's not.
I just feel like since there's nothing for Roman, that the story is going to be more about the people around him and him having to slap around people who are not following the bloodline, and it crescendos into a point that The Rock has to come back because The Rock bought that football shit from Vince. And they've begun doing promo for that stuff now. So I think it becomes less about Roman being the supreme champion because they don't even know what they want to do on Raw yet. So he's going to sit on that belt yet until they figure
out. That's the thing. Listen, that's the thing. If they have him win both belts and then are like, all right, fuck it, he's going to leave this belt on this show. Now you have a tournament for it. Well, then what was the fucking point?
There is never one because they're writing shit.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, listen, that was WrestleMania. Other things happened in the wrestling world this week. Oh, wait. Why is Shay? What's wrong, Shay? Did I not? All right.
Shay giving us producer cues now?
Yeah,
What the
like
hell?
fuck, bro. Have
Did
a
we
bag,
have to cut the commercial?
have another bag of Doritos, bro. Just simultaneous. You're not you when you're hungry.
There's no more Cool Ranch in the state.
Before we talk about
So
yeah,
not
go
to
on.
cut you off, boss, but while we're still on the WWE kick, I just quickly Googled who beat Bruno for his record streak.
It was John Cena.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Oh, there you go.
But again, he was at least a personality.
Right.
Now, with, history, looking back with the eyes of history, it was the right choice. But there's not even a talker like Billy Graham in
Well, that's the problem, is that they're going to have Roman wrestle Rock in LA.
So he holds both titles. Like, I don't see, unless he's going to make every show, I don't see a network who is paying them absorbent amounts of money, ridiculous, stupid money. That's, well, we want a champion too. Like,
right.
Fox is going to want their guy and USA is going to want their guy. That's
how
I feel. I don't know.
Yeah. It was interesting the way they spun this.
But anyway.
All right, before we get into AEW really quick, other notes, Ziggler and Braun Breaker on NXT, Rick Steiner's kid. It's pretty good. Rick Steiner's kid's good.
Yeah.
I think that I can't believe they don't have his last name being Steiner, but it is what it is.
It will be soon enough.
Yeah.
Now that his dad and his uncle are in.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Guys, as you move into the AEW portion of the program, I have to bow out because I haven't seen AEW.
Jay, I knew it.
We're so happy you're here,
though. 2 hours. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Instead of just mailing it in.
Instead of pulling a pumps and just.
Yep. I really appreciate you for coming in for our 2-year anniversary. And we did 2 hours. 2 hours on our 2-hour 2-year anniversary, Jay. Appreciate you.
But I will be back because my schedule.
Log off and go get that money. Log off.
All right, y'all.
Best women's boxing show, period.
Yes.
Period.
Oh, I got it down. TV, rolling out, Black Girl Nerds, Deandra LaBeouf, Instagram, Twitter, the only one on the internet.
Only one.
I've been doing this for a month. I got it down. Don't worry.
I know that's right.
At the end of every show, Jay, we still shout out all of your socials.
I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.
Sounds good.
Peace. Love you.
Ooh, can Shay work his magic and make it a 2-screen? Vamping for time. Vamping for time. This is me. Vamping for time. Oh shit, I'm not even live.
We got 8 people watching. We're gonna keep going.
Hey, we're 2-screen! Hey!
Oh, look at us. Look at us.
I'm not gonna do the money gun. I'm just gonna throw a single piece of money in the air. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I also dropped on a couple of our Facebook pages like, hey, we're gonna start talking about AEW and Ring of Honor now. Like, join us.
Yeah.
And Shay,
no, seriously, thank you, Jay, for coming.
Yeah.
We love you. We're so happy for your success.
Yes.
We've got a seat. We've got a window. Shay's got a window open anytime you want to come back on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, but seriously.
And
we as we would expect, nothing less, Shay.
And I like low key.
Yes, sir.
No one's gonna give us receipts on this fucking channel, but I promise you that $50 super chat was more than any show on the Illuminerdi channel has gotten in the last week.
2 million.
Month.
2 million.
Right?
So we are now in a 3-week period have generated $75 in revenue for the Illuminerdi.
That's right. That's right.
What you bringing to the table, Piggy Stardust?
Exactly. What are you bringing to the table, British guy? I don't remember his name. Who's now doing the voiceovers for those? What it was? All right.
Anywho,
All right, I've had some cocktails.
So other wrestling happened.
This is where the fucking show's gonna get interesting. Shay doesn't even give a shit. Shay's ordering more bags of Doritos.
Immediately. DoorDash that shit.
All right. NXT, Braun Breaker, whatever. Here we go.
I watched a little bit of Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
The opening ladder match I thought was really good. For whatever reason, NXT ladder matches are always great. I don't know. I think Grayson Waller really has something. He's obviously
is that the guy that wears the boxing shorts?
The boxing shorts and does the Kobe when he jumps off of stuff.
Yep.
The kid's got something. I don't know what it is. He's obviously grown up a fan because he excuse me, he punches exactly like The Rock and Road Dogg for some reason. I know that's a weird combo of punches, but that's his style. Yeah, Santos Escobar hit a power bomb off the top of the ladder. I really like this match, and the rest of the show did not keep my attention at all. But in other NXT news, I did see, to quote the American Dream, "What's causing all this?" And I had to see what all the fuss is about. So I fast forwarded through 67 minutes of NXT 2.0 to see Nikita Lyons.
Who's that?
Well, that's the big booty white girl.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She is very attractive. This was an AEW match with less flips. That is all I have to say about that. The girl's got something. All the gross, horny wrestling dudes were all for this one. Like, I get. How come when the chick's hot, they got to be gross wrestling dudes? You know what I'm talking about. Listen, someone that you wouldn't someone that looks like a person that would send an unsolicited D pic. That's who I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm like low key offended.
Why?
This is gonna go back to our previous conversation about people that have women of the.
Anyway, so Nikita Lyons, she's got something. At the moment, that something is behind her. Her wrestling style is all over the place. And Chris thinks Nate's dead. But yeah, no.
All right,
that's my notes on NXT.
Let's get into.
Yeah.
Look at us, Pumps. We're 2 hours and 16 minutes. This is the longest show we've ever done.
Non-pay-per-view.
Shay, are you good? All right, we got another.
Man, he just crushed a bag of Doritos. He's riding high, baby.
All right.
Look at that. He just did the Triple H. Man is excited.
All right. Ring of Honor.
Let's talk about it.
What was the name of the show?
Supercard of Honor.
Supercard of Honor.
Yes.
FTR.
Yes.
Versus the Briscoes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It was everything we thought it would be, my friend.
This was by far the best tag team match I have seen in, I could not tell you, non-gimmick, because everybody pops for a cage and a ladder and all that. Just a bare bones tag team wrestling match. This was it.
I mean, it's got to go back to NXT days where it was like the Alpha Academy and FTR and, Ciampa and Chamaso.
Yeah.
Gargano. Gargano. Yeah.
Yeah. DIY.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And boy, that crowd.
Have you ever heard a crowd pop for a lockup?
I text you. I said that I am bummed out that this match happened in front of 400 people. But
I
they
agree.
sounded
I agree.
like 800 people.
I agree.
And good for that fucking crowd.
I agree. This was a shame that
this should have been on one of the AEW shows where they run an arena.
200,000%. Yes.
It was fucking dope.
It was incredible. Amazing. Seek this out. If you have the means,
it's on
to
YouTube.
find
It's
this,
on YouTube. You can find it.
Is it on YouTube?
Yep. I was gonna give
Awesome.
because my boy Ray, who, like I said, I'm gonna have on the show.
Yep.
I without your permission, I said, hey, if you're interested in seeing this match, I'm gonna give you Pumps login, but you have to log out immediately after you watch the match. Because I didn't want to text like, hey bro, how come I can't get into my own shit? But,
why am I locked out of my shit?
Yeah. But I found it on YouTube and I sent it to him. So it's fucking good, man. It's fucking just these both teams that just for who they are.
Yeah.
Like FTR is so Tully and Arn, and like I said last week, like you could put them in the ring with anybody and they're going to have an amazing match. And when you put them in the ring with guys that can also have an amazing match, this is what you get.
Yep.
And, you know, you're going to get the funny Mark Briscoe fucking chicken kung fu or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that suplex to the outside. It was yeah.
I was yelling in my I was up, I was yelling. This was
Me too.
everything. Everything.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched this match on my computer, which I do not like, as you know, watching wrestling.
That's fake news. I don't know who that is.
What?
That's not my mother.
Nah, that's probably my cousin with a fucking fake fucking
Chris has got 2 accounts.
Yeah. If he goes 2 accounts, he's going Dude Love in the chat.
Oh,
he's
man.
going Dude Love and Cactus Jack.
What's the third face? The 3 faces of Chris Haskell.
But yeah, it was just great. I can't, and shout out to FTR. They won. I thought it was awesome. I think they need to wrestle again.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
I just hope it's in front of more people.
The thing that gives me hope is the Bucks did a run-in at the end and they attacked the Briscoes, not FTR.
Because this week on Wednesday we've got
FTR
and the Bucks.
Okay, that is my mother. Fair enough.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm just shocked.
Sorry.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. The first time Mama Pumps. It took 2 hours. It took a show in 2 hours.
It took 2 years and 2 hours.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
What does Jabba mean?
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, but that's what I call my cousin.
Well, that's also the joke I called my mother for a while. We had a whole Star Wars thing.
That's hilarious.
My father was Obi-Wan. My mother was Jabba the Hutt. Hey, Nate.
My cousin's gonna be mad.
Well, I didn't do it.
No, I know. I said that's what I call my cousin.
Well, you said it twice, but anyway.
All right. Anyway.
Well, that's a moment that we shared.
Yeah. The rest of the Ring of Honor show, Samoa Joe is all elite.
Samoa Joe came out at the end of the ROH show and is now all elite.
Is this a deal where Ring of Honor is now going to be AEW's NXT?
I hope.
Has to be.
As long as they don't rebrand Dark and Dark Elevation and put the dregs of their tryout camps on it, just because I have an affinity for Ring of Honor and I don't want to see it turn into, you know what I mean? Like the Ring of Honor faithful, which I'll call myself, sure, whatever. I just don't want to see it turned into that. I don't know.
Yeah, but even if it is, your brand is alive.
True. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where they're obviously sending Brian Cage.
Yeah. Brian Cage came out.
Samoa Joe is there. If they were just going to regulate Samoa Joe to Ring of Honor, they wouldn't have posted he's All Elite.
Yeah.
Jay Lethal, right? Like,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, but what I'm interested in is how this works moving forward. Like,
that's the question.
They're not going to have a weekly show.
As of right now, no.
Right. So are they going to just do internet? Like, they own rings? Like, do they just do some internet shit, sell some local tickets, and then every 2 or 3 months have a pay-per-view that you can buy for $10?
I think $10 is a little...
Whatever, you know what I mean. Like,
I know
they ain't
that would be the
$50. I'll tell you that much.
No, that would be the model. Again, I didn't have to look into how much this cost because Tony Khan doesn't know that Honor Club is a thing, so I'm still 2 years strong on a 1-year subscription. But I don't know what they were charging for this. I would assume it was probably, I'll be nice and say $35.
Right.
Which, honestly, for $35, the Briscoes match alone was worth it.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that every month.
I know. I completely agree with you, but still. But they
also, I think 2 hours might be our threshold because now there's only 3 people watching. It's me, you, your mom, and my cousin.
Yep. Well, that's
guess
4.
what?
So already this gimmick ain't right.
We're going to keep going because
Absolutely.
We've got AEW to talk about.
Damn right. So yes, go seek out FTR and the Briscoes on YouTube.
So, AEW this week.
Yep.
March 30th, the day before my birthday.
Yes.
There was a show.
Yes.
Opening match was CM Punk versus Max Caster.
Yes.
Your boy.
Max Caster with his best rap to date.
Only because he was bringing up shit that was relevant. It's easy. It's easy. I don't know. Whatever. I think Max Caster is a good wrestler. I think I didn't know his dad was a professional football player.
The kid's got something.
Sure.
He's got talent.
Yes. What is the upset key you have around your neck?
Oh, this was a promotion, not a promotional thing. Like Pink Dolphin used to do a promotional box every year, and I would buy it. You'd get like super deep discounted stuff, and I just like, it's a key you can get cut, but I never got it cut. That's just.
It looks like there's a sad face.
It's like Boo Sachi. It's Boo from Super Mario World, and like the Versace Medusa head.
Okay.
Sort of merged, and I don't think they even do this logo in it. I just clipped it to my headphones.
I know, I saw it.
And you let me do it. But anyway, yeah, so it's it's Boo from Super Mario.
Okay, there you go.
With the Versace snakes.
That's pretty much. I like that.
Yeah, so I did my little 80s or 90s ball chain and made it a necklace.
Yeah. I'm with it. Okay. So CM Punk obviously beats Max Caster because
he's CM Punk.
CM Punk says that I am ready to get into some cowboy shit.
Yep.
All right. What do we think here?
I think they need to stop putting young talent on television just to beat them. Because again, Caster's got something. I don't care that he wins on Dark and Dark Elevation. That shit does not matter. Nobody watches it.
Right.
Yeah.
The only time you see him on TV,
but he is in a
lose.
tag. He's not a singles. He's in a tag. So
True.
it really doesn't. If you get, you beat, if The Rock or Triple H or Foley or Stone Cold beat Billy Gunn in 1998 on a Raw, it doesn't hurt him as a tag wrestler, correct?
Right, but in 5 years, CM Punk's not going to be working. Danielson's going to be transitioning out. You need to start now. Give these guys wins here, more wins than losses. Like, you can put up graphics that say, the Ass Boys are 55-7. Nobody believes it because nobody sees them win. So
Right.
that's my thought on that. Just real quick. The other way I see this going is I see a 3-way with Cole and Paige. I don't think Paige is worked out as a champion.
They want him to be Stone Cold, and it hasn't.
They want him to be anything, and I have.
They want him to, dude. They present him like Austin, and when his music hits, they want it to be like, holy yeah, Hangman Page is here. When he runs out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean that's fair. I just. Again, I think as a champion, his time his little experiment has run its course. Yes, I appreciate the payoff. It was a great build-up. It was a 2-year build. Cool. We got the moment. AEW from 2 years ago when you started this is not the AEW now.
Sure.
Now you have legitimate household names. They need to be your focal point.
Right.
Especially since Paige hasn't leveled up.
Right.
So I see it being a 3-way. I think Cole.
Here's the thing: it's hard to say, and I don't want to,
No, you're fine.
Dwell on this or whatever, but it's like you're saying that Paige hasn't leveled up, which I get, but the motherfucker had an amazing 1-hour match with Daniel Bryan. Like, what else can the guy do? You know what I mean? Like, Paige has done everything asked of him.
Yeah.
What else could is it? It's the fans not is they like they would rather cheer for Punk or Danielson or
yeah. I mean every week,
right? Because it's not Page's. It's not his fault.
No. Every time that he's gotten close to being the biggest fish, the pond gets bigger.
Right.
They keep moving the goal. They keep moving the goalposts. It's not his fault.
Right.
Again, if this was AEW from inception and Paige beat Jericho, cool. Because then you only have to worry about Kenny and Cody and possibly Max.
Is Paige AEW's Triple H?
In what way?
In the sense that the fans like him. Like, obviously, Paige hasn't been heel yet.
Right.
But he's always the guy wrestling the guy.
At the moment.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like Triple H and
He's
Taker,
the guy that
Triple
needs
H
the
and
belt.
Austin, Triple H and Foley, Triple H and he's the guy that wrestles the guy.
Well, a lot of that was Triple H politicking to be in those spots too, but he did deliver. I'm not saying he didn't deliver.
But you know what I mean.
I do. I think Paige is the guy that needs the belt to make him. Paige is not the guy that makes the belt. And that's the problem.
Right.
So, again, I see this going a 3-way. I see it being Cole, Punk, and Paige. I think Punk can beat Cole because Cole is strong enough not to, Cole can absorb the pin.
Has there been a 3-way for the strap yet in AEW?
There is not one springing to mind, but no, I would say no. I would say almost I'm 99% no.
And I think AEW protects matches like that, like they protect the DQs, right? So
but we're also, I'd say 5 weeks from the next pay-per-view. So whatever you're doing, and if Punk's saying he wants the belt, you better make the move quick.
Right. I got you. All right. Next we had MJF and FTR. That whole deal's happening.
Max just needs to stop with the fake tanner and just go in the sun. just go in out and get the sun, because his tan is woof.
So they're doing the FTRs like, Wardlow's our buddy. And Max is like, yeah, I get it, but like, he's a piece of shit, whatever. Next we had Jay Lethal and Jon Moxley, which I thought was a really good match.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you already knew how it was going to end.
Of course,
and this is the
right.
And it's the Max Caster problem. You keep not everybody has seen Jay Lethal, and you hyped him up. Jay Lethal's here, and then every time you see him, he puts on a decent match, but he never wins.
Right.
He might have won once. I mean, he didn't even.
Yeah, but Jay Lethal is now going to get paid much better to be the Ring of Honor guy or in that mix than he is for being a lower mid-card AEW guy.
If Adam Cole is in the title picture, Jay Lethal could absolutely be there.
Right.
They can go back and forth. They've done it before in Ring of Honor. The reason Jay Lethal is bald is because Adam Cole beat him beat him up and shaved his head. That was a phenomenal program. Go out of your way to find that.
Right.
Whatever. They've done it before. They can do it again. I don't know. It just sucks that you now have these people that can do it and have proven they can do it. And the only time we ever see them is doing the job.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this whole ROH AEW shit pans out. I can see Shay looking off to the side. I almost feel like he's watching maybe porn or some sort of K-pop videos off to the right.
Oh no.
He's watching WrestleMania. I like.
Why would you watch that?
The next we had FTR versus the Gun Club.
Yep.
And I can't decide whether or not I like the Gun Club.
Oh, does Nate like the Ass Boys? The question of the night.
Listen, their outfits are outlandish, but if they're going for super 90s look, I'm for it. I like their music. I'm not gonna lie. I like their music.
You are a music snob.
Pumps had a stroke. Are we still doing the show? What has happened? Is it just me? Oh, Pumps, you're back. You're back.
I didn't do anything.
I thought you had a stroke.
I didn't do anything. I thought Shay did something to his
yeah. What I was saying was Pumps knows the way to my heart is good outfits and good music.
It's true. That's true. I have no video, but I'm not gonna jinx it. As long as you guys can see me, I don't care.
No, it was just for that moment. All right. FTR wins. Wheeler Yuta and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, part of the what's they called, man? The Blackpool
Combat
Wrestle Club. Blackpool
Combat.
Yeah. I like that. I would almost buy that sweater if it wasn't overpriced.
Well, that's all wrestling paraphernalia.
Yeah, I know, but it's yeah. I'm good. I like William Regal on commentary during the matches that his dudes wrestle in. I think that's cool. God damn it, Bryan Danielson is really fucking wrestling, ain't he?
What do you mean?
Like it don't matter who he wrestles. His matches just they seem fucking. They're real. They're strong style. Like. It's just crazy that the WWE were like, yeah, man, like, yeah, maybe we'll throw you on TV every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
my wrestler of the year in 2021.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
listen, he's doing the best work in recent memory.
Right?
He's leveling everybody up. He's got to be the in-ring, MVP.
Has to be. Like, outside of the years where he was forcing his way into the main events of WrestleMania, like,
right.
He just he looks like he's having a good time. He looks like he really fucking loves being a heel and loves wrestling. And
yeah.
I'm fucking here for it.
Yeah, I just hope he can hang on and stay healthy until.
I mean, at some point he's got to be the champ.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Has to be.
Yeah, but I mean,
who wins it first, Punk or Danielson?
Danielson takes it from Punk, so Punk wins it first.
I like it. I'm for it.
I don't know. It's my fantasy booking. Punk gets it, and then that causes Moxley and Bryan Danielson to split over the title, and then we get, after Bryan's run, we get Kenny back, and Kenny wants his belt.
Right.
That's
sure. Yeah, I'm with it.
Top of my head. But I hope beyond hope that Danielson stays healthy till around the end of the year and work some New Japan matches, baby. Because that man deserves the Tokyo Dome in a big spot, and that's.
I mean, listen, bro. If you're gonna bring Samoa Joe in, I mean, dog, Joe and Punk.
Oh,
again, yeah. Joe and Danielson again.
Yeah,
stop it with that. That's what wrestling's about, man.
Yeah,
all right. We had the Undisputed Elite Championship celebration, which for a second I thought I missed something. So they stole.
I don't have any notes on the. Oh, yeah.
They stole these belts and then put their tape over it with their name.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It was a thing that happened.
For a minute, I saw that and I was like, "Shit." I know we've been off for a week, but did I miss Red Dragon winning the titles?
No, I sure didn't. Didn't.
All right. So we have that. It's it's a thing. Whatever. Unless you had notes on it.
No, honestly, I didn't.
All right.
Because there wasn't much to talk about.
Sure.
The baby faces got their titles back in the end. Hangman came in a Tesla with cowboy horns, and he almost impaled himself on the horns.
Which was very cool. I like it.
Very cool. Very on brand. If you know, with Hangman. So I'm here for it. But nah.
Okay. I know that the Thunder Rosa thing happened, which I like. I really like. I really like Thunder Rosa. I like the interview, but I want you to talk about the debut of Toni Storm while I go to the bathroom.
I legitimately,
which is also very on brand because I didn't care and I didn't even really know who she was. I'll be right back. Okay.
I'll have to watch on YouTube because I don't have any video. So Nate could be back this entire time. Listen, Toni Storm came back. She was a surprise. AEW loves surprises. They're doing surprises every week. Toni Storm recently in the wrestling news because she opened up an OnlyFans and apparently crushed it. So this was not what people were expecting. She wrestled the Bunny, which the Bunny can put over people. She's serviceable. My thoughts on the Bunny are what they are. But I think Toni Storm will fit right in. She's got a relationship with Jamie Hayter. She's got a relationship with Ruby Soho. So I think it'd be good. I think the more legitimate, honed, talented women that they can get on this roster is only going to be good. Because as we've seen, the Bunny, Layla Hirsch, Red Velvet, girls like that, they're not up to stuff. They're not up to the standard. So I think Toni Storm is a great addition to the roster, and good for her, because she had it so bad in WWE that she legitimately walked out, and that's awesome. Good for her. Stick it to the man. I think Nate is coming back, but I legitimately can't see because, again, I have no video on my screen, so I'm going off of YouTube, which is on a delay.
Here we go.
Hey, I got Shay in my ear.
So back. Okay.
My video looked like it wanted to kick in, but then it went away.
Next.
No, I was telling the people about Toni Storm's OnlyFans. What's your thoughts on that, Nate?
I'm assuming that there's nudity.
I don't know. I don't subscribe.
Well, that's how I felt about it. All right. Well, that's been the show. Mama Pumps is still here. We are closing in. We are closing on 3 hours, and I promise you, we will finish the show in the next 15 minutes.
Yes.
Next match, we had Darby Allin with Andrade El Idolo, and Andrade is getting yoked.
Yeah, he got away from that wellness policy, and he
is getting Eddie coming to the WWE, Rey Mysterio coming to the WWE level, jacked.
Yeah, where the big boys play comes to mind.
Yes. And he won, right?
Was this was him and Darby?
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't have anything down about this. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think he won. He pinned Darby, and which is a big deal.
That's huge. Darby doesn't
get pinned.
No. He gets run over and set on fire and thrown downstairs and dragged around in a coffin, but he doesn't lose.
No, he does not lose. So this is a big deal. I like that. Because if Andrade lost again, I'm just like, what are you doing with the guy? Which is the AEW's roster's problem to me, is that, you've still got dudes, Miro, right? You've got.
I guess we haven't seen him in 6 months.
Right. So Rampage needs to be 2 hours.
Agreed.
It really does.
Agreed.
And we're not going to break down Rampage because it is what it is, but
well, Rampage was on the same as Ring of Honor, so I didn't watch Rampage.
Right. Me neither. But
here's the problem. Now you're asking people to sit through an hour of Dark, 2 hours of Dynamite, and then 2 hours of Rampage.
Right.
Because it's very rare that they split nights.
No, I know.
Either your ticket prices are going to go up, but you're getting 5 hours, or you're going to have people leaving halfway through Rampage.
Well, listen, there's my thing is that, so AEW is coming here in a month or two, right?
Yep. Rancho Cucamonga.
And it was the first time that I had heard that Rampage was going to be a separate show.
Yeah, it's very rare.
So Dynamite's doing the Forum, and they're only going to do a 2 hour show.
I would assume they'll load up Dark.
Right. But then Rampage is going to do Ontario, which is Rancho Cucamonga, the Bucks home, and they're going to do an hour?
Maybe they probably will tape 2 Rampages. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the entire episode of Being the Elite for that week will be filmed in the ring. So you'll get content. I don't know. I can't speak to the quality of it, but you'll get it.
Right. Yeah, it's
also,
interesting.
I watched Being the Elite 300. That show has just disintegrated. Ugh. That's awful now. I used to legitimately watch it, but If you still watch Being the Elite at this point, God bless you, because woof.
And that's their YouTube show.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you listen to Danhausen on AEW Unrestricted? I sent you the link.
Did not.
Alrighty.
Listen, I'm just being honest.
I knew the answer before I asked it. So.
I know you sent it. And I wanted to, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I'll be honest with you. Are there any highlights from that show, Pumps, that you would like to discuss?
No, I love Danhausen. I think he's got a great personality. He's super quick-witted.
And there's lots of room for him. There's tons of room for him in AEW.
You make room for a Danhausen. So, if you're interested to find out more about the spooky pervert,
right,
get you some Danhausen.
Before we end the show, I want to shout out to the people that made the Hall of Fame this year. The Undertaker, he wore his Tony Robbins microphone. I didn't watch any of the Hall of Fame things. I'm assuming you didn't either.
Please tell me that you heard about the Bellas comments though.
No.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, hold on, real quick. I wore my Vader. My Vader. Now this, Pumps, what you'll appreciate is a new era Vader hat, which I bought it a long time ago on eBay. And so I don't even know why they made it, but there wasn't very many WWE New Era hats in the early 2000s.
Oh, for sure.
And this is one of them, being NRL, like whatever this company was. I don't know the reason behind it, but they got Vader on the underbill, which I thought was cool. And Vader was in the Hall of Fame this year. So
that dovetails into my story.
Perfect.
Yes. So Nikki Bella, not Brie, formerly Mrs. soon to be John Cena, but that didn't work out.
Right.
Put out a tweet that she was so excited to see Vader and be in his presence and hear his Hall of Fame speech, because guys from that era have the best stories.
I
wish I could see your face right now.
Ooh. You can't.
I mean, I'll see it on YouTube on a delay, but my team's gimmick is.
Oh, so you can't see.
No, I've said I have no video 3 different times, but apparently this is the only time.
So I just literally showed you my hat to show you the fucking.
I saw it on YouTube. It was on a delay.
Oh, God.
This is the quality content you get when we're 6 hours deep into the program.
We've put people through a WrestleMania level show this evening, which is hysterical. That's true. Promise you guys, only once a year we will put you through.
This was our most stupendous show ever. Yes, thank you, Shay. Shay gets it. We give him shit, but he gets it.
I love it. Pumps, do you have any other new wrestling news and notes that we haven't discussed?
I think we've covered I mean, we got a superstar Billy Graham reference in. I think we've.
Yeah. And a DRS Gangster Lean, which you thought was on a fucking Pharrell album.
It is on the Clips album, sir. Hopping out of my Mercedes truck. Yeah. That's a. Yep. Nope. We did. We're done. We did. I mean, I have nothing else. I mean, I've gotten a new gimmick over from my mother. I think she'll probably enjoy that. So,
I do want to send a special shout out to Shay. Thank you very much for producing us for the next 3 hours and having all the photos.
Yes.
The reason we didn't do the show yesterday was because Shay was one of the representatives of the Illuminerdi at WonderCon in Anaheim.
Oh, I thought it was at the AVN Awards.
Well, I'm convinced that the Illuminerdi was at WonderCon probably getting fucking all kinds of sweet advertisement money that we're not getting any part of. Yeah. Don't talk, Shay. Shay, if your fucking voice isn't on the show, don't talk to just me and Pumps off to the side. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. Yeah, nobody knows where any of our super chat money goes. You know,
I think it went to WonderCon.
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. Also, I think you'll remember, Pumps, in our chat, it was, hey, Nate, is anybody busy the fucking April 1st through April 3rd? We might have some. I was, hey, I'm available April 2nd. Got no WonderCon passes. But
sure didn't.
It is what it is.
I mean, I offered. I just said somebody's got to pay my trans.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and be the most entertaining show on the entire channel.
The most stupendous.
The most stupendous. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna call some people out here. We haven't done this in a while.
Let's do it.
We haven't done this in a while. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end. What are we at here? Ah, shit! I went off the thing. What are we at? Like 2 hours and 57 minutes.
I don't know. Mine just says live.
Since our last show 2 weeks ago, the night we remembered Scott Hall, and Pumps didn't have anything nice to say about Scott Hall.
Or anything bad.
That's very true.
Except he got into a Twitter war with Session Moth. And she drug his ass. That's what you get.
The only show that was over 15 minutes on our entire fucking channel that even got anywhere near the 91 views that we got was It Takes Two Game Night.
Follow Pumps on Twitch at Pump61.
I don't even know what that is. But I think I'm looking at the graphic, and it seems like it's one of the
I think Jezzer is his
guys. Name? Yeah. Jizzer, what's his name?
Jezzer? I don't know. I don't want to.
Jezzer?
Shay would know, but you told him not to talk in our ear anymore. So
no.
It is Jezzer.
Shay, shut the fuck up.
That's not nice. See, now he's angry. Nate, put on a depressing show and go to bed, okay? Watch someone tragically lose a limb from an alligator while trying to save a child from a house fire that didn't work out and everyone died. And then later, the people that did survive got asbestos and mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. That's my favorite disease name.
That's the type of shit that Nate watches to go to bed.
Let me tell you the shows that we fucking beat. 3 weeks ago, some people named Robbie Amell, Andy Allo, Zimbab Johnson, and Kevin Beagley upload interviews.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Take that, Kevin.
Smashed them all. Smashed them.
Boom.
Stacked them.
Yep.
Fucking right?
Pinned them.
Pinned them. Avatar: The Last Airbender interview with Jesse Flowers, which was 4 minutes.
Hell of a deep dive on that one.
Got 37 more interviews than us, and she is apparently somebody.
Well, she ain't somebody till she steps foot on the Illuminerdi wrestling order.
All right. There's somebody else. I probably should have been involved in this. Jason Yabura. I see the thumbnail, and there's a Ninja Turtle van in it.
Oh, hey.
And that's probably something that I would like.
Probably.
7 minutes and 28 seconds. Guess how many views he got?
48.
31.
Damn.
Yep.
I would think the thumbnail, I mean, if you have a turtle van, that's a hell of a thumbnail. How'd they mess that up?
I agree. I totally agree. How Iron Lad could join the MCU.
Well, that's easy. Iron Lad is Kang from a different dimension. They already did that. Loki, done. Multiverse, done. Okay, what are we talking about?
Suck our Illuminerdi wrestling penises.
From the back!
That's 3 minutes and 54 seconds, and they got 103 views.
Well, Marvel's fairly hot right now, so I'm surprised they haven't jumped on the Moon Knight bandwagon.
Pumps, you, Shay, and I did an hour and 44 minutes and got 91.
Hey.
Including $25.99 in super chats. And tonight we also got $50 in super chats. And we're going to start having to renegotiate contracts here at some point.
I think so. I think it's come to that.
Yeah, what are we at here? What we got? DC show. You know what? All of them. Listen, you guys should watch these shows, but they're not as good as ours.
Yeah, I mean, support the brand, but
straight up.
Don't forget where your bread's buttered.
I agree.
Shay.
I agree. Also, Pizzy Stardust.
Pizzy Stardust. We're still coming for you.
Hey, real quick, before we leave, I have something to say about the AEW referees.
Oh, God.
Aubrey Adams.
Who's that?
The woman one.
Aubrey Edwards.
Her. Is Aubrey Adams a porn star? Because if it is, then the Cindy Starfall thing, we're going to be...
I mean, it's nothing surprises me at this point.
You either are enforcing the rules or you're not.
That is the job of a referee, yes.
Yeah, well, they don't do a great job. Pumps, where can we find you?
I don't know why I immediately went to was it Nelly or the Lunatics? You can find me in St. Louis. Some got jobs, some sell yay. Pump 61 on Instagram, Pump 61 on Twitch. It's still a thing, but I haven't done anything with it.
You and me both.
Yeah, who are you telling? I think that's about it. I don't know. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. and it is now 12:15 a.m. of the next day. So yeah, Nate, how about you? When's
You can find me on Spotify and Apple Music now, baby. You can search Nathan Haskell or Cole Slither. It's two separate pages because one is a group, me and Dust Mites, and the other one is just me single with other producers who don't really want to produce my music. Anyway.
Illuminati on Instagram.
Yeah. Fuck with Illuma Shady. He is the best producer on this fucking channel. Josh, I listen.
Josh will come catch your ass at WonderCon. It's gonna be a wrap.
You can get these Shay hands, sir. Anyway, Shay, you have stuck with us for 3 hours today because yesterday you were gonna get home late and put a half-assed fucking effort in, and I wasn't gonna have it, and I knew it. Anyway.
Because if anybody knows half-assed.
If anybody knows half-assed, it's nice skill. Hey, shout out to everybody that hung out with us tonight. Chris Askell, you were the fucking MVP for the $50 super chat. And you know what?
My mother's in the chat now. I don't know.
Mother's in the chat. The PhD
life?
Pumps. This is happening.
It's 1:15 East Coast time. Go to bed. I love you.
I know. And you know what? We're gonna do a paper trail on that $50 super chat because now we're in triple digits. Yeah, and I don't know where any of this money goes.
When it was, $5 here, $3.99 there, we could let that slide, but
yep, fair enough. Anyway, hey, be good to each other. Peace.
Yes. Vote Democratic.
Hey Nathan, happy late birthday, brother. You are island bruv. 42 years, bruv. Yeah, you are island bruv. Thanks for all the fun. You little island bruv. Can you believe it's the Island Boys? Wish you a happy island birthday, bruv. Yeah!
At least I have chicken.